big enough for that.
Alrighty, we are theoretically live. Yes!
Are we?
Theoretically?
Ah.
We're live!
Yay!
Alrighty. So welcome to session 19 of
It's
Roll for Severity.
19?
Yeah, we have done 19 sessions.
We've done 19 sessions?
Hot diggity.
Wow.
Wow.
How many of these have been in quarantine?
5?
5?
4
four,
or
I
5?
think. 4, I think.
Right,
Haven't we
because
been in quarantine for 5 years, though?
Feels like it sometimes.
Something like that. You
It's
have,
like, oh, that means a session a year.
you have to remember, though, the first quarantine session, I believe we skipped because we were surprised y'all were in quarantine.
Yeah, and we were hoping that it would not be a longer running thing, but it ended up becoming so we switched over to running it remotely for the time being, which we're lucky to be able to do. There's a bunch of campaigns that I've kind of followed on and off that are not able to, so it's just like that is unfortunate, but yeah, we are into 19 sessions.
Yay!
Actually, I think our first quarantine session. Our first quarantine session, you guys went for a walk to go to the wetlands, and that was a session.
I lost my arm.
Wait, you lost your arm right before, and then
The quarantine was the one where
you went for a walk and
communications happened.
Yeah, all the miscommunications, like Theo has a demon and Kay got lit on fire.
And Kay and Theo are still having that secret spat that's just not high priority at the moment. Because we're in a realm of fucking darkness and evil and, pitch black and white. Lord only
Anna's a panther.
Lord only knows what is happening right now. We're all probably going to die.
And I showed all your weapons, even though I haven't realized that yet.
Oh, no. I know. I tried to stab something with a toothpick. Thank you very much.
No, I know you noticed. I haven't noticed.
Alrighty.
Because you are the worst.
Alrighty. So yes, this is session 19 of Roll for Severity's OG campaign, our homebrew D&D adventure. We play every second Sunday at 5 p.m. PST, right here at twitch.tv/rollforseverity. If you want to watch previous episodes, subscribers have access to all the episodes immediately after they air in our channel's VODs. For those who aren't subscribers, we upload them to YouTube 1 week after they initially air. You can find us on YouTube by searching Roll for Severity, or somewhere down below the stream, somewhere down there is a link that you can click on. I'm Ominous Gale, the DM for this campaign, and I'm joined by these 4 lovely, chaotic individuals. And yeah, they're my fantastic players for this campaign. It is a glorious thing. A shit show, but a glorious thing.
Happy Father's Day to everyone.
Yes, Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
That's actually my
Happy
number
Father's
one thing.
Day,
It's like,
Theo.
Happy Father's Day to those of you who are fathers. I went and I got to see my dad earlier today, so that was good. Went out for lunch with him. But before we get underway, a few quick things. 1, each month we donate a portion of all income generated by Roll for Severity to charity. This includes that from direct donations, bits, subscriptions, and sales from our store. We have 2 charities that we're supporting throughout this month. We have the Rainbow Railroad, which is an organization focused on providing solutions to the LGBTQI people who need immediate assistance because they're facing a serious threat to their lives or safety. You can check out their website, rainbowrailroad.org, or on Twitter at Rainbow Railroad. The other one is Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter Inc. is a global organization in the US, UK, and Canada whose mission is to eradicate white supremacy and build local power to intervene in violence inflicted upon black communities by the state and vigilantes. You can check out their website at blacklivesmatter.com or on Twitter at BLKLivesMatter. So those are the 2 charities we have going on for this month. The Roll for Severity store is up on tpublic.com/user/rollforseverity, or you can click, once again, the link down below the stream somewhere. We're currently in the process of mixing things around to make a I use my bonus action to cry shirt. Thanks to Theo and the disastrous nat ones. 3 in a row.
Can I have that tattooed on my face?
No.
You could. We could bring that to a tattoo artist and get them to tattoo that on your face.
Maybe
We're
not.
not-
Can
maybe
we
not.
make it a temporary tattoo?
That's acceptable.
It will be a sticker.
My bonus action to cry.
When it goes on, it will be available as a sticker as well. And so, without further ado, the fuck happened last time?
We
I'm
died.
pretty sure Theo died. I don't think that's canon, but Theo died.
We walked into, or we opted to not fight what was, well, there was the golem dude ended up fighting a bunch of things while we bolted through a portal to another dimension, which turned out to be Shadowlands, something like
Shadowlands.
that, maybe?
Yep.
Sure. We were in a city that moves and that changes because it does, which makes it really easy to navigate. And on top of that, Kay went on an adventure of his own and ditched the party because the party wasn't paying attention to him and he walked away. And that caused a lot of panic. We ended the night with a combat that nearly killed us because someone can't roll to save their life. And as such, one of our party members blessed us with a magic surge, turning all of our items to 10% their size.
Yep, they were reduced by 90%.
Which mostly means that for most of us,
We got no melee weapons, yo.
We don't have no ranged weapon.
We
Yeah,
got
his
no
bow
melee
is tiny,
weapons,
too.
we got no-
Annah
we
is
got
the
no
only
ranged
one-
weapons.
Anna's the only one who actually has weapons because the weapons were in Panther form, but Annah is still in Panther form. So
No, Anna and Sylvania both have weapons because it was non-magical and my weapons are magical.
yes, because the Artificer
Yes.
imbuements.
Unfortunately, the person who usually performs the role of a tank-ish thing now, I think is Kay, he can't really do that shit anymore. He is the world's smallest bow that can maybe shoot like a foot. And, like, I have an olive knife made out of metal, like, the thing that you stab olives through to put on top of sandwiches.
I don't know, I
Made
think-
of metal?
No,
That's
I
what I
think
kill things with.
It's the Swiss
I
Lace plastic sword that you just get to stick
I was
through the
gonna
cherry.
say, I think an olive skewer is. I think you had it right there with the metal toothpick. think an olive skewer is still a little bit. Think it's a little bit. Pushing.
You know what? I mean, I tried to stab something in the eye with it. I don't remember if that succeeded or not, so it might be gone for all I know. I just lack a lot of weapons at this point. We were running away, or we finished combat against the angry invisible wolf things. Then creepy big thing from the shadows started chasing us, and we started running the fuck away. And we ran into, I don't know, hooded, shadowy figure dude who's either going to be our savior or absolutely going to be our downfall.
I think it's gonna be our downfall.
Reasonably speaking, we don't know.
Reasonably speaking.
For all we know, it's your demon that possesses you in physical form standing in front of us.
All I know.
Also,
All
Kay,
I know is.
your short sword would be about 5 centimeters long.
Yeah, that
Oh,
sounds
well.
like toothpick.
I mean, it's a giant's toothpick, considering we're being chased by a giant, I don't know what.
That's a toothpick.
It is a toothpick.
It's like this big. It's a toothpick. Oh, he brings out the actual ruler. 5
This dog.
centimeters. Centimeters. That's
Centimeters.
inches.
Yeah, 5 centimeters.
That's inches.
Yeah,
Oh,
not,
my
not
bad.
inches. 5 centimeters.
My bad.
Metric,
There you
not
go.
imperial, Nathan. Metric, there you go.
Do you know what the last time I used a
Okay.
ruler was?
know,
I haven't
a ruler
used
on
a
my desk somewhere,
ruler in
but I don't know where
almost
it
a
went.
decade. I work on computers. We don't use rulers for shit.
Yeah, it's true. It just measured it for us.
You're not
So-
wrong.
All I remember of last session is getting lost, trying to find Kay, and crying. That's all I remember. Rolling dice and crying.
You know what really makes me sad?
Don't
is
go out at night.
we obtained most of our group obtained new dice right before we switched our quarantine. So like we all have like beautiful like dice trays now and
Really?
beautiful sets of dice. We just can't use them.
Bondo gave
Yeah.
me this. Anyway, yeah.
Alrighty. So, Annah 7. As you're running forwards, you spotted the vague humanoid shape in the mist and started rushing towards it.
Yes.
As you got closer and got within that 30 feet, so you could actually start to make out details, you see the ragged cloak draped over its hunched form. Its long, spindly, gnarled arms with narrow, bony fingers reaching out from underneath it. As it turns and looks at you, you can see that inhuman face. It's just a visage of madness and pain. A long, gaping mouth that is just a hollow void. And where its eyes should have been are a pair of empty sockets. And as you saw it, you're running forwards.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I was gonna pounce it in the schnoz.
Okay.
So
In which
if I
case,
move
we're
it-
rolling initiative.
No.
Sorry.
Why?
That was always the plan.
You know what? That's
That was-
okay.
That was the
What?
plan. Melod specifically said in the last session she was writing a note that she was going to pounce it.
Sorry,
Yep.
guys.
It's okay. It's D&D, yo.
I got a 9.
I don't know why I'm saying yo. Apparently, I'm back in the 90s today.
I remember
yeah,
that's
7.
that's how everyone in my math class heard me introduce myself in grade 7. I said yeah, but everyone heard yo when my name was called. It wasn't like present or anything like that. It was yo, me.
Me.
Like, look at me. Look at how blown out white my face is. You almost can't tell my skin tone from the white shirt I'm wearing. And I'm like, yo,
Yo.
just the biggest gangster. Clearly.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Alrighty. So, Annah, as you rush forward and go to try and pounce it, I would like you to make me your attack.
So the target must succeed a DC 12 strength saving throw, I think is how that works. Oh no, it's after the claw attack. My apologies. I got all excited. So 15.
15. A 15 just hits.
Sweet.
Yay!
Yay indeed. And that's for... I'm gonna roll that sweet, sweet damage. Oh boy, 3 damage. Wow. That was
Oh.
not great.
Okay.
We're off to a good start, everyone.
And then it can make me please a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Okay. I'm just going to put that there so I can see it easier.
Yeah, please. Okay, prone.
Okay, so he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Yes.
What DC?
12.
Okay. As you slam into it, you do manage to knock it on its back. And you are now pinning it down, or you're now on top of it.
Yeah.
And you can make your bite attack as a bonus action.
As a bonus action, and you bet your sweet bippy that I'm going to bite it.
Sweet
with a
bippy.
schnoz.
Oh, we're gonna die.
My schnoz off.
A 22 to hit, which I know hits.
Definitely hits.
All right. For 4 damage this time.
Oh yeah, 4 damage.
Wow, we're moving up there.
Oh, you did 7 whole damage.
So,
Oh
you-
man.
Alrighty. So you deal 7 damage to
Wow.
this thing, and as you hit it, and it looks up at you. And is it at the start or the end?
I really wanted to say something like, but why though?
this end or start of its combat turn.
Okay. And so that's the end of your turn?
I think so.
And I was like, I don't want to end my turn now because something should happen.
Someone's
Yeah, I just
gonna
did a bonus
have.
action. I'm out. What's up?
Okay. You take 5 necrotic damage.
Ah,
It's a zombo.
burns.
Ish.
Okay. Of course.
Alrighty. That puts us up to the top of the order. Oh, and actually, I have... where's the... Nope, wrong one. Not that one. That one. I have a map.
Oh no, he
We've
has
got a map.
Can you see map?
Maps are fun.
Is that accurate to
Unfortunately.
what that thing is?
Oh.
Is that what?
yeah.
Is that accurate? Is there? Can we have a picture of what we're fighting?
Wow.
Is that accurate? It's like a shrieky thingy.
That
It's
picture is
Shrieky from the
accurate.
Care Bears. That picture is accurate. Oh god.
That picture is accurate.
Oh.
I don't even know what I'm looking at.
I'm trying to click. How do I get it? Oh, I want that more. I want to see its face.
I can't make its face bigger.
I want to see its. I want its face to be bigger.
You want its
So
face
let
to
me-
be bigger.
I
Well,
don't want that.
I want to see the whole picture.
Do. Click on that. Click on that.
I don't like
Oh, that
it.
is terrifying.
I don't. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, it's definitely not our savior, so
don't
it's
like it.
clearly our death.
Yep. Wait, it's on the ground.
Alrighty. So
It's prone, yes?
yes, it is currently prone. I will put a little symbol there that it is prone. Sure, that works as prone. So yeah, we are on to Sylvania.
Yay! Still.
Oh,
it up.
right.
Fucking
So-
it up.
I am going to ready an action to stab it with my rapier once I am in range. I am going to use my bonus action to tell dog to.
Sylvania, can you move your mic a
what's
bit
the
further
word?
away from your mouth? You're
that
breathing
better?
in. You're breathing into it very
Yeah.
heavily.
Okay. Okay. And then I am going to tell dog to book it, as in dash.
Okay.
And then on dog's turn,
So dog runs. Yep.
so I go there. I'm going to try to. Do I get advantage because they're prone?
I do believe so. Let me verify. I'm almost certain you do.
Mm-hmm. It's that or it's an auto crit.
Nope. The attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage.
Ta-da!
So she just.
I'm just boop.
Fine. I'll get it within 5 feet.
Yep. So now you can attack with advantage. And actually, oh yeah, so attack with advantage on this one. 19. That hits.
Oh, oops, that wasn't what I was supposed to click on the lance thing underneath.
Yep.
There we go. 14 piercing.
14 piercing. Alrighty.
Well done.
And with my reaction used, dog is going to keep booking it, and I'm going. Whoops! I put myself off.
Yeah, I can't even see where you went.
Bye,
Oh no.
bye, Sylvania.
Oh, good. That's not what I.
Yeah, I can't
Like-
even move myself back now. Oh
Oh,
no!
that's great. You're just out.
Okay, well, I'm continue to run away another 40 feet, though. I'm going to yell back at Anna. It's like, not the best time to stop. Let's keep going.
Yep.
Alrighty. And it does not get an attack of opportunity because it is prone. Kay, you are currently about 30 feet off the bottom of the screen currently.
I don't want to engage in combat with the stupid fucking spooky thing.
Also keep in mind that you can't see what's going on up ahead because the fog is obstructing vision beyond 30 feet.
I mean, fair. That means I'm gonna continue running in a straight fucking line.
Are you
Dash.
dashing? Are you dashing for the full 60 or...
I might as well be. I'm running from whatever the fuck the thing was behind us. Do you know how spooky that shit is? I don't want that big ass guy to catch up to me.
So after your first 30 feet, you end up there.
Cool.
Where you... And you can see within 30 feet of you, which puts your view...
It's useless to me. I'm running straight.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run straight until I see something that horrifies me and adjust my course. Can I make that claim? I'm just gonna YOLO straight ahead of me until such time as I see a spooky thing.
Yeah, but once you
Nothing
reach here, you'd be able to see Annah 7 on top of something. Although Annah
Cool.
7's form is definitely obstructing some of the view.
No, I've already learned my lesson from anything that exists in whatever dimensional bullshit place we are. I want nothing of it. And I'm going to like just run, what is it, this way?
Stay with the group, Kay.
I am with the group. They're within visual sight.
No, they're not. You can't see Annah right now.
That work? Is it there that I need to be? I don't really understand how directions work currently.
Yeah, this is the farthest you'd have gone. At about this point, you'd be able to see Annah 7 on top of something.
I honestly don't see if you're pinging anything, so
Oh, you can't see my ruler?
no.
This thing.
Well,
Okay,
I see
thought
that
you could.
ping.
I thought you could see my ruler.
We used to be able to. I definitely can't today.
Yeah, there is where you would have been able to see.
All right, well, let's put me there. Let's put me at the point where I can see something, and then I'll stop. And for this turn, does that make sense?
Yep.
I don't know where it is that I'd be seeing something though, so someone's gonna have to relocate my token.
There you go. Yeah.
Now can you see my ruler?
I can see
Yeah,
it
now I can see your ruler.
Yeah, so that's the first you could have gotten. At this point,
Cool.
you'd have just been in range to see the Bodak at that square that I had you on.
Cool. You know what? I'm gonna go there. Gonna be close enough because at this point I'm probably sure I can see whatever the spooky fucking thing is, and then I can scream next turn and move on with my life.
Fair. So that's the end of your turn.
Yeah,
You take 5 necrotic damage.
of course I do.
Alrighty. As Annah 7 is, you knocked the this creature down on its back and bit at it. It kind of pulls itself up. And it is going to... It turns its face to look at you, and you see... Like, its eyes are black and hollow, but somehow they seem to get darker. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, hell.
Not a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, no. How's a 13 do ya?
A 13 does you just enough. You still take damage from this, though.
Is it only half?
Yes.
Okay.
And you take...
Damage.
14 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, bite me. Okay.
Well, technically you bit him first.
Yeah, you did. Are you still Anna?
Yay.
Are you still Anna 7, or does that go your Anna 7 health?
Oh, I'm still at a 7. Wait.
Anna-
So oh wait, no, I'm taking it right off my like actual player. Which...
Yeah, you need to take it off of Anna 7. Anna 7 would be technically starting with 13 health.
13. Oh yeah, so,
So-
I am definitely
Anna.
past that 13 health, and I'm now Anna.
Okay, so and then you take 1 point of damage that rolls over into Anna.
Point of damage.
So yeah, you just feel like this overwhelming just draining from yourself as you find it hard to maintain your Anna 7 form and eventually shift back into Anna form.
Wow, that was unfortunate.
And this creature is now staring directly at you. And that ends its turn. And so that puts us to Anna.
Really? Puts me. Oh.
Yeah, because you got your surprise round from your pounce, and then we started from the top of the order.
Okay, well,
That being said, are you looking at it?
Probably not. After being like thrown into my regular form, I imagine there's a bit of like dismay and I don't know. I don't think I'm making direct eye contact at it.
Okay.
I think the process of turning back into myself is a bit jarring,
Okay.
and I'm going to run. Just going to run the hell after Syl. So.
It is going to take an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh, do they get those when they're prone? Mother.
It's not prone, it got up.
Oh. I thought it just sat up. Okay,
No,
never mind.
it got up.
I see. Yeah, sure. Go for it.
How does a 15 do?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And that is 6 points of necrotic damage as it rakes its claws down your back as you try and run past. And as those claws drag across your back, you can feel once again that like draining of energy as your you feel as almost your life is being pulled from you.
Oh, bigger. Sorry, and then my full 30 feet would put me there, and I'm sure it's really uncomfortable as I'm running and writhing in this awkward, life-draining pain. Wow.
Also, I will give you Anna token
Oh, thank
since
you.
you're no longer Anna 7.
Oh, that did not go the way I thought it would.
Laird.
Me! Yay!
Okay. And you take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Still within the range, eh?
That puts us on to Theo, who is also about 30 feet southeast of the map at the moment.
I'm just gonna dash.
So you're
Gonna
basically
dash.
catching up to Kay?
I'm catching up to Kay because I can't. I imagine even though I have even though I have dark vision of 60 feet, I imagine I can't see.
Yeah, the fog is obscuring your vision beyond
Yeah.
the 30.
So that's my dash action and my action to move 60 feet.
Okay, so you are now there.
Yep.
And you take you can now see this this figure standing there, and it kind of turns and looks towards you as you and Kay have run up towards it as
Yeah.
well. You take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Holy shit. Okay, yeah.
Okay, and that puts us to Sylvania. Are you just continuing to flee?
I said that we shouldn't stay, and I can't see what they're doing at this point, so I'm going to slow down and not dash, hoping that people catch up to me, and just move 40 feet.
Okay, so
As
you're
the
just moving.
person riding a mount says, while the rest of us are on foot.
Technically, Anna 7 is faster than.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Anna
don't know
7's
that Anna 7 has turned back. Like,
Yeah,
Anna
you were out
7
of range
is
by the time that
facing-
happened. Alrighty, and so that puts us to K. K, you can see this. You can see this creature, and as it looks at you, I want you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh dear. This one? Have to click on is it that button?
Constitution
Is that the right
saving throw.
click? Oh, my bad. That was the wrong click. That one.
12.
Is that better? I mean, stupid
the right
second
thing now.
roll. It's fucking great, but no.
You, as you look
I
towards
get
it,
hurt real bad. That's what happens. How many necrotic damage do I take for something looking at me?
14.
Where's your health?
Dying.
In a very, very bad place.
Got it.
So what are you doing, or what are you doing, Kay? As just catching that glimpse of its eyes, you feel just as if like this weight is just bearing down on your chest.
I would like to run the fuck away at the fastest rate of which I can. If I run any farther, I'm off the screen. I'm sprinting. Like
Okay.
adrenaline is kicking in, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that was, but no. And I need to go fast. I need to go away. And I'm like a very injured person running for their life in complete and total fear. I'm just beelining it, gone.
And that was
In the direction that Anna ran, because I clearly noticed her run in a direction.
Yeah. And so,
I'm dashing.
Okay, yeah, so if you're using your full movement, technically it'd be a couple squares off the.
Yes, but I can't do that without losing the token. So I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, so we'll just go. Boop.
I'll give you the power and authority.
Yeah, so you've gotten out of that area. Okay.
I just realized that if you take the first letter of all of our names, it spells scat. like sharing that.
We're not turning this into the scat campaign.
Or cats.
I like cats.
Cool cats.
Can we be
Cats with a-
cat?
It's cats with a K.
That's even better. That means we're not the musical. We're just a bunch of catty people.
See, my mind is now just going back to Brian Regan and his Stupid in School thing, where it's just like the spelling bee. It's like I guess gotta admire that guy. He spelled it wrong on the first try. Just like sit down. It's like cat, K-A-T. I'm out of here. Then he just walks past you. I knew those two T's.
Oh, God.
Fucking love that skit. Anyways, can I use? So as it looks and it can see both Kay and Anna fleeing, and Theo, it turns its gaze back to you.
Yeah, I knew it would.
Don't kill
And
Theo!
I need
Don't
you to
look
make
at
me.
it!
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I thought you'd be far enough away that you couldn't see it.
Nope, Theo is right in range to be able to see it. Theo's only like 20 feet away.
Come on, roll. Hey, that's a good number.
Yay!
You succeed. Okay.
It's only half. It's half damage though.
It's
which
half
could
damage.
Still be high.
That doesn't matter. You're not taking 14.
I took 14 at half damage.
Yeah, he took 4. She took
Wait,
14
what?
half damage. Yeah.
Oh
I'm
lord.
almost dead.
I
almost
mean,
would have failed and rather risk taking less.
You take 15 points of
Ooh.
necrotic damage.
I am at 1 hit point.
run, Theo, run.
Oh.
So what are you doing, Theo?
I'm running.
You're
So I'm taking my dash and my action, and I'm running.
Sprinting off the map.
I'm sprinting off the map. My bonus action is I'm going to roll 2d6s, and Anna gets 4 HP back.
Oh, that's your soul.
okay. Annie, you have 4 more health.
Theo's almost dead. Kay's almost dead. Sylvania is running like the wind,
Yeah.
happy as a clam.
Actually, just a second. That was technically the Bodak's turn, not Theo's turn. Whoops.
Oh, come on.
No, that was its turn. So you're still right where you are, and haven't used the healing on Anna yet.
Oh, come on.
It is currently Anna's turn.
Okay.
To continue running. Actually, I'll dash. Why the hell not? It makes sense to dash.
And
I mean, unless you're planning on turning around to look at it.
Nope. The plan was always to pounce it and then run the F away, knowing that you guys could go by it while it was nice and pounced. Didn't work out that way.
no, it did not.
I was trying to help.
So
It's okay,
Anna's
you
you're just beelining it out.
Yep.
Okay. Now it's Theo's turn. And Theo, I need you to
Anna
give me a
gets 4
Constitution.
HP. Oh, again? Oh, okay. I guess I'm going down, guys.
Oh.
Because I have 1 HP. Yeah.
Right.
You do succeed on the save, but unfortunately it does do damage.
Yeah, I'm
As-
down.
As Theo does fall, as this thing's gaze just bears down on you. And
So I'm sorry. I just want to make clear. It can do this as action on its turn and
at
again
the-
on my turn.
at the start of a person's turn who can see it.
So
It's a nasty creature.
yeah, I've noticed.
Alright, so
Thanks.
does it make like a noise or anything? Like when Theo's going down? Is
at-
it noticeable?
Theo, as you go down, you or like as Theo goes down, the thing does kind of start letting out a bit of like a screech as it does start moving towards Theo.
Yeah, it's probably gonna kill me.
Sylvania, what are you doing?
So I know I definitely can't see them with how far away I am.
Correct. You could roll me a
Like, would I
perception
have-
check to see if you heard the screech, but that doesn't indicate what has occurred.
Yeah, I would have just heard the creature screech, right?
Yeah.
Not like Theo didn't scream or anything.
No, I just hit the ground.
Has anyone caught up to me yet? Like within my range of vision? Like is Anna in my range?
You'd be able to see.
Okay.
You probably, if you had slowed down or had not like continued like full sprint running, you'd probably be able to see Kay and Anna.
Okay, so
And
I
both of
think
them are looking in
people
really rough
are-
shape.
I think people are keeping up with me, and it looks like everyone's running. So I guess I'm going to keep going. I'm only going to move 15 feet to like give people a chance to catch up.
Okay. Okay. What are you doing?
I'm working on figuring that out.
Nope, you
save
just do it. You're
but
just
I
doing your
don't know.
thing.
Huh. So little I can do in this scenario. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. Can I roll perception to see if I noticed Theo fall? I doubt it, but
You could roll me a perception check, but due to the fact that you've run out of the fog range, although you and because all the turns technically take place at the same time, yeah, I'll just give you a straight perception check on that. That Theo is or at least to notice that Theo is no longer right behind you.
yeah, because my assumption is I was bolting, and since Theo was
Following along,
initially directly behind me.
Yep.
This button.
A 20 on perception. You get up and you can see where Annah is, and you can see Sylvania heading off into the mist, and then you turn back to tell Theo that to keep running, and Theo's not there.
I'm on the ground.
And you are out of range to be able to see where Theo is.
What can I do? Can't do a lot. I can scream. That's something I can do. I am going to scream, Theo! At the top of my lungs. Because the thing I can do, and I don't know where Theo is, and Theo was riding my ass as we were running from the spooky shit, and now he not there.
He's gone. Yep. Okay.
So, and then, because, look, an obvious distraction, I'm going to light a torch that I have in my possession and try to throw it as a hopes of distracting.
Okay. So we'll take your action.
Because I figure a light in the spooky fog shit should be what's that?
So you pull out the torch and you quickly try and light it up. As you're looking at these gray and white flames flickering on this torch, you go and give it a good throw. What direction are you throwing it? Towards Theo?
This way. I was aiming to go, over here-ish.
Okay. So you light this up and you throw it. Give me a strength check for the throw.
That button.
It goes a little ways, not nearly as far as you were expecting or hoping. As you're about to think, oh wait, it's still lighting up, so I shouldn't throw it too hard. So you kind of underhand toss it a bit.
Sure. Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll be an obvious distraction. Who the fuck knows?
Alrighty. None of you can actually see the creature at the moment.
I'm hoping for a response from Theo, as well as, yes, my obvious distraction. I know I'm not going to get a response from Theo, but I'm also hoping that me screaming would alert Annah and Syl. Maybe?
Maybe. We'll see.
Behind you, so it definitely would.
Alrighty. Annah, it's your turn.
I'm probably not near Kay.
You
closer to Theo than...
You did hear, you can see Kay at the moment.
Yeah, but I'm not near him, right? He, I imagine, has gotten farther than me.
Not by much.
Be.
He's 15 feet at most past you.
Yeah.
And yes, you can see Kay right now, and you hear him yell Theo. You see him yell Theo.
You probably even witnessed me fail at throwing my torch.
Yeah, the
'cause
torch
I
kind of like
think I would've
bobbled
had to-
past you, Anna.
That's great. I'd like to do a perception check to try and hear if the shitty creature
Shitty
is
creature.
coming after us, or if the gruesome twosome that we were running from are gaining on us.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
16.
You can't hear the
Better than my
gruesome
strength
twosome.
throw.
Okay.
And you don't hear any signs of pursuit from the creature that you had pounced on.
Cool. Alright. So it's probably worth saying that I've stopped running while I've tried to perceptionize what's going on. I'm going to slap myself with invisibility.
Okay, roll me a surge.
Bad boy. Oh, crap. Oh, no.
Roll me that surge check. Let's see that nat one.
Hey, maybe it'll turn me into a.
What's
It's
a
not a
9?
one.
It's not a 1.
Maybe it'll turn you into a flower.
Maybe it'll turn me into a flower.
Turns Theo into a potted plant.
It'd be very bad.
Turn into a butterfly.
I don't know. That would be better because at least with the potted plant, it's alive.
I can't
Can't
see
make
anything.
Can't make death saving throws as a potted plant.
Can't make anything. There's a potted plant.
Alright, so invisible AF, and I would like to take the long way back, so I'm not gonna exactly retrace my steps to where that asshole was,
Okay.
but
Gonna go,
I
like-
wanna be on the outskirts and try and see if I
Like-
can see Theo.
Go like this way and then like shirk around the trees.
Totally. Just like, and like slowly trying to be careful, because I'm obviously can't hear or see Theo, and gotta go investigate.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So move your token, because technically you had on your last turn you had run up and off of the edge of the map.
Alright.
So move your character along where you're trying to get to.
Alright, so let's say it was there, 30 feet. Bam.
Okay. And you can just on the edge of the mist make out Theo's crumpled body laying on the ground.
Where'd the creature go?
I don't say anything.
Uh,
That will
current,
give away my position.
and actually,
He's
Anna,
right beside me.
yeah, you'd
Okay.
also be able to see. When roll 20 catches up.
Oh, he's gonna attack me, isn't he? And give me 2 automatic fails, isn't he?
You can also
And I can't
see
even
the
help
creature
from a distance, which makes me upset.
Yeah, so he's right there.
Standing and
so
looming
that's
over-
probably 2 automatic fails.
looming over Theo.
Yep.
Alright. I don't think I have anything good as a bonus action that I could do right now.
All of my bonus actions are tied to my gear!
Yep. I didn't make you wild magic surge.
Your
Theo,
world.
I need you to make me a death saving throw.
Oh, it's a fail, so I'm dying.
Okay, you have 1 fail.
That's what I get for rolling 6 ones, yo.
You did roll a lot of 1s last time.
I rolled a lot of 1s.
Alrighty. Sylvania, you can easily hear Kay yelling Theo behind you, but you cannot see Kay at the moment. But you can get a general gist of the direction.
Okay,
He's
so
it.
that makes me think something is wrong. How far away from the creature have I run approximate? So I did 40 feet, then I did a normal movement. Yeah, I'm not.
And then you did 15, which puts you at 95 feet away.
Wait, I did 40.
Because you ran past 40 with dog, then you did 40 on your next turn, and then you did 15 because you were slowing down.
Right. Okay, so I'm 95 away. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold and actually wait, can I cast that on someone else? 1 second. Yes, I can. I've done that before. Okay. So what I'm going to do is prepare an action to cast Sanctuary as soon as I'm within range and can see Theo, because I think Theo's in trouble right now. And use
Okay.
my bonus action to tell Dog to dash back. So on Dog's turn, I'll then run 80 feet, which should bring me within the 15 feet, or within the should bring me within 15 feet, which is within the 30 feet I need to cast the spell.
Yeah, running straight back would have netted you about there. And that just puts you in the 30 feet range of Theo to cast Sanctuary.
Perfect. I cast it on Theo.
Okay, and what is
Hopefully
Sanct-
the creature can't kill it, and now I also see Theo's down, so
Yeah.
Theo needs more help than that.
And yeah, you can see Theo is down, and I need... Yeah, you can see Theo is down. What does Sanctuary do again? Can you read off that spell for me quickly?
Yes. Oh, it's also a first level spell, so I need to roll that.
Yes.
I'll roll that in a moment. So I ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. This spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects such as explosions of a fireball.
Okay. Spiffy. And yeah, roll me that surge chance.
Aha! Not a 1.
Not a
Not
one.
a one.
Close, but not a 1. I look forward to if people end up ever hitting the you now surge on a 1 or 2.
Oh no.
No.
Alrighty. So you cast Sanctuary on them, and you take 5 necrotic damage.
Okay.
This thing sucks.
It is a very mean creature. Alrighty. Kay, what are you doing? You've yelled for Theo. You've seen Sylvania dash past you on Dog. Anna's turned and vanished from all sight, and then you have no idea where Anna went.
I feel like I want to, like, I can't see my character, so I can't move him anywhere. But
I'm fixing that right now as well.
But my guess is gonna be...
So you get back to there, you have to use 10 feet of movement.
That's fine. I was gonna go over to the tree. Here-ish to the tree.
Okay.
Because I have an inkling that the spoopy thing looking at me hurts real bad. So I'm hoping that if there is something obstructing its view of me, I don't get hurt real bad.
Okay.
But because I can't do a whole lot now because I'm pretty much useless without functioning gear, I'm just gonna like hide behind a tree and keep watch of my cohorts at the moment.
Okay.
Just to see what can go on, because yeah, I don't even have items. I can't even like heal or anything. Like,
Currently you cannot see Theo. You can see Sylvania.
Yeah. Which is good enough, for me, because I'm like, I don't have items on me that would be useful in this situation, and all my weapons are 5 centimeters ish. So they're not super practical, which means I'm kind of screwed at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't have any means of helping our party right now.
Okay. As the creature goes and it's kind of like leaning over Theo, and it's kind of like grabs onto Theo's head and starts pulling it towards its mouth, and now it has to make a wisdom saving throw. What was the DC, Sylvania?
Good question. What's my DC for those? 14.
14. Okay. It fails. It fails, and as it pulls up this bright little flashlight, jolts its hands away, and it kind of drops Theo. Theo, your head is going clunk. But you're unconscious anyways. So you don't feel a thing.
Yeah, I don't feel anything.
And it
I'm dying.
Kind of cringes its arms back, and its head quickly flashes around, looking. And it does spot you, Sylvania. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I'm all right at those, so come on.
Okay.
That was not a good roll.
You
being
take
all
half.
right at
You
those.
still take half damage though. It's the save is 13.
Yeah.
So is this about seeing it and looking in its eyes, or it just seeing you? I don't know, maybe you don't know.
You currently don't know.
I haven't done my nature check yet.
But you take 9 points of necrotic damage, Sylvania.
Okay, it's not 14.
It's not 14. Yeah, it rolled really high on that. It's just like,
yeah. Like what the fuck are you? Are you rolling 2d12s? Is that what you're doing?
no.
No. 4d6s.
4d10.
3d8s. 4d10. Fuck you.
I didn't write the stat block.
I didn't write the stat block.
But you did pick the
Fuck
enemy
you.
to put in
Oh, I
front of us.
absolutely picked the enemy to put in front of you. I was like, what kind of shit would they run into here? Oh yeah, this is definitely something they'd run into here.
Ugh.
Our DM's a
What is this?
monster.
What is this? A CR10?
He's just the
No,
worst.
we'd be dead if it was a CR10.
Yeah, in one shot.
I don't know. We're pretty fucking damn
We're
close.
pretty fucked. Yeah. If I die, guys, just leave me. Save yourselves.
Alrighty.
What would that do to Kay's mental state, though?
It would
really,
fuck you up.
That'd be very problematic.
First mom left, then dad died.
Dad died.
Yeah, that would really.
That might change Kay's alignment. Don't do it.
Don't die, Dad.
Can you imagine Kay becoming evil or not giving two shits about people? Do you know how dangerous that could be? Anna can't control him alone.
Can you say that
She
as if
can
Anna can control
try.
you with the rest of the group helping?
Sure, I can.
Yes. With the rest of the group helping.
Anna, what are you doing?
Alright, do I notice Kay?
Yes. You see
Alright.
Kay hiding behind a tree.
So what I'm going to do, and this won't quite disrupt my invisibility yet, is I'm going to drop my short bow and a bundle of arrows at him.
Okay.
Because I don't know if he actually is proficient with a short bow. But
Okay, out of the ether, out of the blackness, you see a short bow and a small quiver of arrows just clatter to the ground at your feet. You have no idea where they came from. They just appeared out of nothingness.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Also, don't look this guy in the mouth.
Also, don't look this guy in the mouth.
That spiritual side of Kay's thank you. And it's just to it quietly to himself.
Thank you, Fairy King.
He does not know Anna's right next to him. He's just thanking the Fairy King, whomever, just saying
Thanks,
a quick
thanks
thing
for
of
Veronica,
thanks.
Tanya.
And then he's like, I can help.
Okay. Anna, what else do you do? So you throw your short bow and arrows at the ground at Kay's feet.
Which I kind of picture being like a bonus action to just
Yeah.
kind of
Well, it's your object interaction. Not, like I'll give that to you as a free action. I'm just basically like you're like grabbing them off your back and just toss them to the ground at his feet.
Bitchin'. I don't actually know myself. I can't metagame about this bad boy. Could I do like a nature check to figure out what the heck this is, and if I could deduce any way to deal with it?
Yeah, you could roll me a nature check or an arcana check.
I believe nature is going to be a lot better for me than arcana. Yeah. Druid. Oh no. So it's a 7. So.
You have never dealt with a creature or encountered a creature of this caliber before, of this kind before.
This is bad. All right. Then what I'm going to do is go for broke, and we're gonna cast a firefly at his face.
Okay. Roll me that attack.
It will take out my invisibility.
Yep.
Invisibility, yeah. So does a 13 hit him?
13 does not.
Son of a gun.
It's a 15. As soon as Aaron was like, it's 15 to hit, I'm like, oh.
Right.
Just to be clear, it's just a standard short bow that you dropped, right?
Yeah, it is a standard short bow.
Okay.
And actually, Anna, you are within 30 feet, and so you're looking at him as you're trying to fire off this firefly?
Yeah, I guess. I'm aiming at him.
Okay. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going down.
Yeah. That's both our healers down. It's a party wipe.
So half damage.
And your
I
backup
actually
healer
thought I was
didn't
out of-
prepare cure wounds because half the party had that covered better.
Yeah,
Definitely
we're
thought I wasn't in range of him.
probably party. Yeah, we're probably party wiping.
Oh, I'm nowhere close to dead. I could at least get
No.
away.
But he can do 14 damage on a half.
He can do
have-
20
and he-
damage on a half.
Yeah, and he can.
But I can move faster than
You
him,
can
so-
move faster, but like
So me and Kay could
you-
get away.
you do this save on his turn and on your turn, so that's you can take it twice in a round.
But it's the end of your turn, and I'd be out of range if I ran.
No, you take it at the beginning of your turn. That's
Yeah.
how I went down.
Oh, it was at the beginning.
Yeah, it was at the beginning.
It's rather
Yeah, so
inconvenient.
Anna, you would technically succeed on your Constitution save? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is 12 points of necrotic damage. As you go and like conjure up this firefly to try and cast at him, you get that look in his eyes, and you just feel this wave of just draining energy flood over you.
Is it dependent on looking at his face? Sorry, I just wanna.
Yeah, you looked at him to fire.
Okay, but so at him in general, not his face.
Creature that
Because
can
I think
see his eyes.
All right. Okay. See his eyes, not look into them. All right. I won't fight it.
Is Anna down or no?
Oh yeah, no, I'm down as fuck. I have 4 HP.
Okay, I didn't know that. I don't have your health up
Sorry,
right now.
I thought I said I was down.
I assume I noticed Anna drop.
Yeah, you watch Anna come out of invisibility, and like as she like starts to conjure up this firefly, just kind of crumple to the ground. Theo, I need you to make me.
35, I wouldn't quite notice that, I guess.
Theo,
No.
I need you to make me a
There-
death saving throw.
There's also kind of a tree obstructing your view to some extent, so
Theo.
Yep. Give me a second. Yay! I'm one success, one fail.
Yay. Okay. That puts us up to Sylvania.
I'm out of ideas. Because pretty much what I'm thinking is I'm going through my pack, I pull out my knife, and I'm like, shit, I used part of this to... I don't know what spell I actually swapped it for.
If your knife is...
I swapped out my healing knife with the thing that makes people heroic. Crap. Well, I'm going to yell, Anna, I hope you got this, and I'm booking. Telling dog to dash and
Away?
getting
Or-
away from that thing. Yep.
Okay.
My initial heroic action was the intent to show up and heal people if needed, but I actually do not have that capability at the moment.
I have no healing capability.
And if I attack the creature, it removes the sanctuary, so I think not attacking it is the better course of action.
How long does Sanctuary last?
1 minute.
Okay. So you are fleeing then?
Yes. Full 80 feet away.
Were you looking at the creature at all?
No, I would have been going through my purse, gone, shit, I don't have it, yelling at Anna, who I don't know where they are, and booking it.
Okay. So you hightail it out of there.
This is gonna be fun.
And Sylvania, as you are galloping away on dog, I want you to make me a perception check.
Okay. I'm not very good at those. 7.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
I'm distracted.
Yep. You're scared witless.
I'm like still going through my my bag, being like, why don't I have a magic healing thing?
Okay.
So, my plan is I saw Anna drop.
Yep.
My goal is to look at her, grab an arm or both arms, looking at the ground because, like, my eyes are focused on my friend just dropped within feet of me.
Yep.
And drag her and me the fuck out of here because... So my goal would be to take the step there, grab Anna, and drag.
Okay.
Because, or like... Let's be honest, it's K. He'd be dragging because he'd picked up like the short bow and the arrows, so his arms are kind of full. He's just gonna grab the arms and just like lift Anna up so it's mostly like her legs on the ground, and he's just gonna be like backwards shuffling because that's the best he can do in this scenario.
Okay. So you grab onto Anna's arms. I want you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Sure. That's sure. What button do I press? It's the saving throw button. It's this one. I'm supposed to be good at those, and I can't see chat whenever I click. That was terrible.
9. Yep, got a 9. So as you grab Anna's arms and are pulling, and it actually makes sense that you failed this, considering that you grabbed Anna's arms. And as you start pulling her back, there is a blinding eruption of light on top of Theo.
On top of me?
On top of Theo.
Oh man.
Kay and Sylvania, you could hear this creature screeching in pain.
Theo's demon.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Kay, your eyes hurt as if someone had, like, first thing in the morning came in and just whipped open those morning blinds.
they're blackout blinds too, aren't they? So
Uh-huh.
it's just like, oh god.
You don't, because you're draining Anna, you don't even have a chance to like try and bring your arm up to try and block the light before it's just like, oh god, as you're being blinded. And you hear a voice urgently speaking to you. Grab your dude, let's go. We haven't much time. And you feel something bump into you, running past you. And how are you reacting to that?
Huh? What? And I'm gonna be like, well, it's K. So in this scenario, he's like, fucking what? But at this point, my eyes hurt. There's a spooky whatever over there that keep. No,
That
he's
nearly
just gonna
killed us.
that
Or
he,
probably is.
K is still attempting to like drag Anna in whatever general direction he's supposed to be going, based on the fact that a non-ominous voice told him to do it, and he's just accepting it and buying into it and going straight for it, 'cause that's who he is.
It's gotta be better than this. Than the shrieky creature.
My options are the thing that I looked at that did damage, or this ominous voice that touched me and ran. I like the voice that touched me and ran.
Touched you, right?
He didn't hurt me, and he didn't touch me in bad places. I'm okay with this.
Theo,
Show me where on the unicorn. Yeah.
you
roll,
find
roll that stage.
nope.
Okay.
You currently find yourself floating in just this like black abyss of unconsciousness, and you can see off in the distance a figure.
Mm-hmm.
You
Do I recognize this figure?
can't make out the figure at the moment.
Okay.
What
I
are you
can't
doing?
make out the figure. Okay.
All we have to remember is we were doing this for the coin. We were doing this to get money. Money is clearly the root of all evil now, and we should never, ever
Have money
do a
again?
job for money ever.
What's the silhouette of the
It's human.
figure?
It's humanoid.
It's human. It's humanoid.
It's very much humanoid. It is standing upright.
It's standing upright. I guess I'm gonna reach out to it.
It's off in the distance.
Off in the distance.
Yeah.
Can I? I'm floating in blackness,
You're floating,
right?
Yeah. But like even like as you like kind of like shift
Yeah.
around, you feel as though you can move and travel through this blackness.
Then I guess I'll move towards the figure until I can make it out.
You start moving towards the figure, and as you get closer and closer and closer, you can see chains.
Ah, okay.
You can see these black obsidian-like chains dangling off of this female figure. And it turns to you, and you quickly recognize the face of the human form of Rayem.
Yeah. I reach out to her.
You reach out, and as like you're reaching out your hand, and it kind of extends its hand out towards you as well, just like reaching that palm out. And as you place your hand in it, suddenly your chest hurts. You just suddenly you're like ripped from what you're seeing here as breath rushes back into your lungs.
Yeah.
And you can feel hands grabbing onto you and just roughly throwing you up over a shoulder. You're conscious, but barely.
Yeah.
You're dazed, disoriented, and like what you do know immediately, and it your eyes kind of like squint, is that there is mass brightness all around you right now. And
It's so heavenly.
Is it coming from me?
no,
Okay, it's not coming from me.
it's not coming
okay.
from you.
Okay.
And you feel your body just like bobbing along as whatever it grabbed you is now in full sprint. Okay, as you see this figure, like your eyes have kind of gotten a little bit used to the light. You're still kind of like squinting, but you can see something running towards you. And he reaches his hand out towards you. What do you do?
Does Kay notice that this guy's carrying me?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure I noticed him. There was words spoken to me. There was a brush against me, and I'm just trying to deal with Anna very poorly. I'm just probably, from Kay's perspective, he's probably being like, there are footsteps going this way. I'm running backwards, dragging Anna, because I haven't come to the conclusion it's probably better just to lift Anna up.
Well, he's come straight up to you. So
has he?
Yeah, he's moving towards you now. He's running toward you, and he's reached out a hand.
Oh,
you're still kind of squinting because bright being light in the world of darkness, but...
Oh, well, in that case, I'm like, okay, sure.
So you grab his hand?
I am not gonna let go of Anna. I'm going to adjust to better grab Anna, like kind of. I'm expecting more of a drop down, arm over shoulder, kind of like sideways pickup, and grab his hand, so I have a free hand to be able to do stuff.
Fireman carry rescue.
I was honestly expecting Kay to just. I was just expecting Kay to just footballer. Under the one arm, just like
No, that's Sylvania that.
Yeah, I'm not confident that Kay can football Anna with all her stuff, but I figured that if I have like her strung up over my shoulder and holding onto her, I can at least pretend she's a crutch and have it so that like if I need to, I can rest her unconscious body weight somewhere.
Okay.
And then but yet again, I still have a free arm to reach out to get assistance.
Yeah. As soon as you grab their hand, everything goes completely black. You can feel the world around you. You can feel the ground beneath your feet. You can feel a little bit of air rushing past you as they begin pulling you in a direction. Do you resist being pulled?
At this point, no.
It's like the alternative of scary monster.
Yeah, well, the alternative, but also, like, I'm still dazed from being blind. Someone was offering some form of help, and, like, any effort that doesn't require me to drag Anna's unconscious body somewhere is, like, super on point right now.
Fair.
Like, I could be actively being taken by, like, a warlord of some, like, forlorn nation about to be thrown in his dungeons with Anna and imprisoned for eternity, and yet that seems like a better option than things that look at me and hurt me and put me in excruciating pain.
Makes sense. You can hear the sound of this creature screaming in pain behind you, and after a couple moments it fades. You can hear just the sounds of the creatures kind of fading off into the distance, and you run, being pulled along. After a few minutes, you're running along, and suddenly your bag seems to get a little bit heavier again. And a little bit later, you hear the creaking of a door. And then you go from being where it's the air is cold. The air is very it chills at your flesh. To being pulled into something, and you can feel warmth kind of wash over you. And as it does, the person lets go of your hand, and you just hear, like, you still can't see anything at the moment, but you hear, tend to the wounded. Got one more. As you hear the door slam shut, and the darkness fades and recedes out of the room. You find yourself in a dimly lit hut, maybe about 15 feet square.
Are we still grayscale?
Yes.
Okay.
A small candle, its gray flame flickering, sits on a table in the center of the room. There's a small pile of pelts in the corner, laid out into kind of a makeshift bed. There are no windows in this hut, and draped over the door is a thick black pelt. And you see Theo, very kind of groggy, but breathing. And you can see, and you still have Annah in your arm. She's non-responsive, but breathing. What are you doing?
Hi?
They do not respond.
Thanks?
No, it's just you, Annah, and Theo in the room. So if you're saying thanks to someone else, there's no one else.
It does not matter. Kay is like abundantly confused to whatever the fuck just happened. Like, there are two unconscious people and him not necessarily standing, but in a room together, and he has to be the person that explains whatever the fuck happened. He's hoping that if he says hello or thanks, he'll get some clue as to understanding the fuck is going on.
There is no response.
Kay is going to likely lay Annah down on insert makeshift bed here. Because, well, there is one, and, the dead weight hanging off your shoulder, regardless of how small a Verdan is, it's still more dead weight than I want to be carrying on my body at any particular time. Especially when not secured properly.
Fair.
So I'm gonna lay Annah down, and I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm going to see if there's a spot to sit in the room, just kind of put my head down and probably pass out in a seated position. I don't want to deal or worry about this.
There's no chairs or anything like that in there. You can sit on the floor.
Is there a wall?
Yes, there's walls. You're in a hut.
Perfect. I can sit on the floor and lean up against a wall then.
Okay.
Kay is okay with that. Like, he can pull out some whatever, like, a sleeping bag or whatever, like, put himself, like, in it so he's warmer because, it's warm in this hut, but it's even better. And he's just gonna, like, plop down, sit in the sleeping bag, lean up against it, and try and sleep because, let's be honest, there's no way in whatever dimension we're in that Annah and Theo are immediately going to wake up after being knocked unconscious by the spoopy thing, and it doesn't seem likely that they're just going to awake. And even if they are, they're likely going to be groggy as sin and fall back asleep because they're going to need their rest.
Okay.
And that's my plan. And there's no one around to argue with me because Kay is somehow the adult-ish thing again. So that's the plan.
Kay's the conscious one in the group.
Yes, which means Kay has enough responsibility that he has to decide what to do.
And what to do is sleep against the wall.
Yeah, the big sets are passed out.
His decision is to pass out and rest so he can think about things when he's not almost unconscious himself.
Okay.
Also, as a passing note, he does say out loud, we're missing Syl. Because Syl isn't present, but also, I don't know what happened to Syl outside of, like, Syl showed up, cast magic, and then
Saved my ass.
disappeared from sight.
Let's be honest.
As Anna dropped to the ground. So yeah, I don't know where Syl's at. And that's minorly concerning, but right now I'm concerned about me
Napping.
and the people that are present, because there's jack shit all I can do about Syl in this current circumstance.
Okay. Sylvania. You're galloping through the darkness on dog. You can hear, like, after, like, you get probably about 120 or so feet away, and then you can hear the screaming of this creature, and a blinding flash that kind of, like, this light just kind of races past you. Looking back, like, you kind of have to bring your arm up to kind of shield your eyes, and you just see this pillar of light that has come down from the sky. What are you doing?
This seems still bad. Keep running.
You keep running? Okay.
I mean, someone wasn't blinded by it.
Worse came along.
Something worse.
And you can hear the denizens of this world, like, you can hear howls and screams and screeches kind of echoing across the land, through the air. You can hear footsteps, a lot of them, approaching the light. After about 30 or so seconds, the light fades out, but you can clearly hear a multitude of heavy falling footsteps rushing towards that area.
Continue running.
Roll me a
That
perception
summoned
check.
Something. Four.
Oh
I'm
no.
scared as hell. I'm running.
You're running, you keep running, and at one point in time, you have, like, as you're running, I want you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Not the best at those, an 11.
Well, you beat what you needed. You see, like, as you are just, like, full gallop, you burst through, and you can see this figure, this large hulking figure, another large ogre-like zombie, as it turns and swings its arm, but you manage to get your head under the hit, just barely avoiding its reach. And you're running. And then you're falling.
That's not good.
As the ground beneath you seems to have given way. Or was just no longer there.
Featherfall?
You're casting Featherfall?
Yes, on. Can I cast it on? I think I can do multiple targets, so me
Yes,
and
you can.
dog.
Okay.
Yeah, me and dog, Featherfall.
Okay, roll me a surge.
12, I am fine.
You're fine, you do not surge. So you cast Featherfall, And looking down, there is just this inky blackness beneath you, and you're falling, and falling, and falling.
It takes more
And-
than a minute. I start falling normally again.
No, it doesn't take a minute. But as you're descending, you
just
see
thought
these
of Loki.
large.
I've been falling for 30 minutes. Sorry, I had to. I'm sorry.
No, I
Carry
completely
on.
get that. But you can see large spikes jutting up from the ground beneath. And
That's not good.
No. Like,
so as you're descending towards these large spikes, what are you doing? You see them
how
in
far are the spikes? Because I'm falling slowly. Can I specifically not land on them?
they're covering the majority of the floor. It's like because your sight is still limited to about that 30 or so feet. You don't have much time to react. So what is it you're doing? You can basically take one action to do something.
I'm going to put dog between me and the spikes.
bonus action cry.
Okay. Make me a dexterity check then.
11?
Okay. So because you're already riding dog's back, like it's pretty easy to just kind of like steer, to kind of like lift your leg and kind of like tip a little bit. What is dog's AC?
15.
15. And what is your AC?
I cannot cast shield. I am out of slots. With my shield, it is 19. Without, 17.
Okay. So you hear the twisting of metal as this stalagmite juts up through dog, and essentially right in between your legs, there's like right up in front of you, and it's one of, whew, that was close.
That's unpleasant. Sorry, dog.
So you just kind of hear dog, like the gears and dogs are.
Has dog been knocked out by this?
Yes.
Not dog.
All 26 hit points?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Dog got turned into a shish kebab.
Okay.
That moment-
I wasn't the one.
That moment when we're just like, normally Syl would be freaking out right now, but also the DM being like, oh yeah, dogs.
You don't want me to roll
all
for
of it.
damage.
Rolling for damage will make this a lot more of an awkward situation
Yeah,
than it
dog
already
is barely knocked out, and I don't think I'm currently in the position to fix her.
Yeah, see, you're at the bottom of this hole, and like now that you dog kind of like as the it slides down this spike, but eventually does reach that point where it just kind of like stops. And looking around, you can see corpses. You can see bones of various creatures scattered throughout the spikes. You see the face of one of those creatures you had been fighting, which has also been impaled on a spike. Its stone-like face just staring blankly forward. And at first it's kind of like that moment of apprehension. Oh shit! But then you note that yes, it has been impaled. It is not moving at all, and it makes no movement at all towards you. What are you doing?
Well, going to take a look around. Where the heck did I end up?
So you're climbing off of dog?
I'm gonna stay on dog, just looking around. Where am I? What can I see other than other impaled things?
Most of the other impaled things. You're at the bottom of a pit.
Okay. Is there?
Looking at the walls are rough. Like, the walls do not look like they've been, like, carved smooth. There might be enough handholds, although considering your small stature, it'd still be a hard climb. Considering that you're, like, what, 2 inches over a tiny creature?
Yes. Okay, would I be able to maneuver through the spikes without, like, impaling myself? Like, well, falling, maybe not, but, like, now that I'm here and can take my time.
Yeah, now that you're at the bottom, you could climb off of dog and get to the very bottom of the pit and maneuver through these spikes without coming to harm.
Okay, so I'm going to crawl off dog very carefully, taking my time, and I want to look around for really any signs of an easier way to get out of here. Like, is there, like, a rodent hole that just popped up somewhere, or anything like that?
Looking around through the pit, you're not really finding any alternate exits. You do see, like, a couple of, like, very small holes in the stone where it looks like something is, like, bored through, but we're talking
Mouse.
the size, size of a golf ball, or between a golf ball and a baseball size hole at max.
Okay, not like a nice sized badger.
Not dire badger. Nope, no shadow dire badger.
Okay, I'm going to look through the other corpses around. Do any of them look like adventurers and not denizens of the plane? Like someone that would have equipment on them?
Roll me an investigation check.
Trying to loot the dead.
Looking for a way out. 25.
25.
Well, that's a damn.
Most of what's in this pit seems to be like beasts and stuff like that. You do, however, find one very humanoid skeleton. It's definitely been there a while. It has plate armor that's been, like, jagged and torn, having been impaled through on one of the spikes. But you can still see on the breastplate an insignia of... It's basically a insignia of the sun with, like, curved... like, no, there's always, like, the sunbeams, like, but they're all, like, curved around, almost like a spiral, with the sun at the center.
Is that a symbol I recognize?
Roll me a religion check. 21.
The answer to that question is probably yes.
You can't remember. You've seen this symbol before. That it's not a religion that you are knowledgeable about. But it is something that it was a group that worshipped light and their primary source, such the sun. And like thinking back, you try to remember like where you'd seen this, and your mind kind of thinks back to when you were in Stoneforge and had been looking into stuff there, and you remember seeing a symbol similar to this on one of the guards' like helmets. It was like emblazoned on the side of the helmet.
Okay. The spikes. Does it look like if I had mason tools, I could break the spikes and turn them into like some sort of makeshift ladder to get out of here. Like just start hammering them into the wall.
You're certainly welcome to try.
Okay, well, I'm going to spend an hour turning my alchemist supplies into mason supplies. Don't fully understand how that works, but, you know.
D&D
mason
logic.
tools. And, I am going to attempt to break off spikes and start trying to turn them into a...
Okay. You roll me a... I guess it'd be a D20 plus proficiency.
Okay.
With your mason's tools.
Are you putting a skill with most tools? It's skill like thieves' tools would be dexterity. Thieves' tools. So
Nope, this is
am I
just
adding
straight.
any of
This
those?
is nope. This
Just
is straight up just D20 plus your proficiency.
Okay. Not 100 d20s.
Yeah, not 100 of them.
21.
Yay!
It takes you a while, and like as by the time you've got this, your mason or your tools convert over to being mason's tools, and have kind of like broken off a few spikes, you can kind of like hammer one into the wall and like kind of like dislodge one below and hammer that out. You get like 3 or 4 spikes going that you're basically like pounding into the wall as like step up, pull out the previous one, hammer the next one into the wall.
And can I specifically also break off the ones that are currently impaling dog?
Yep. I don't think you have the carrying capacity to carry dog though.
I cannot carry dog, but at least like get dog impaled.
Yeah, dog has been. You can easily focus on the like getting the spike from the one that dog is impaled on, and like kind of getting dog's body down to the ground.
Can you break them down into parts? Stuff them in your backpack?
Doesn't change the weight.
That's true.
If I spend an hour, I can just fix dog. So if I make some sort of like makeshift ladder thing, I can try to help dog get out. Or I also have rope, so I can hopefully just pull dog out after I fix dog.
Sorry, are you tying rope onto dog, or are you gonna fix dog for the hour?
I'm going to try to finish the ladder thing first. Let's see if I can actually get out of this hole before I try anything else.
Well, in order like, there's not enough spikes for you to be able to make a solid ladder all the way up. Like it basically like you're able to get like 4 solid spikes that you can like repeatedly hammer these into the wall, and then like get up a bit and then dislodge the one that you'd hammered in before, and put that one up and hammer that one in. So you're basically using the same like 3 or 4 to go up the wall.
Okay, I'm using the same 3 or 4. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can use.
Then I'm
You can.
going to tie a rope to dog. I had Featherfall. Did I keep? Like, do I have a general idea of how deep this hole was? Like, is it 1,000-foot pit or like a reasonable depth?
You're looking at probably about 80 feet.
Okay. How much rope do I have? I think I have 50 feet. Yeah, I have 50 feet of rope. And then, like, using some of that to tie dog. Okay, I'm going to attempt to keep going up as far as I...
Okay. You get most of the way to the top, and like, as you're like, you're almost on top, and you're like reaching up. You're like, oh, I almost reach, and then you feel a hand reach over and grab your arm.
Humanoid?
From what you can see, it looks humanoid.
It's a zombie!
It does not look rotting.
Falling back down. It's better than falling back down, so I'm going to like twist my hand and try to grab like onto them too, so they can hopefully help pull me up.
As they pull you up and you kind of flop onto the ground, you see this like heavily cloaked figure standing there, and just kind of looks at you and say, Hell, you're a hard one to keep track of.
That's sort of my specialty. Now, are you trying to kill me or help me? That would be very important information to know right now.
That's up to you.
That's not encouraging.
That doesn't answer my question. Are you gonna kill me?
Why are you following me? Do you want to eat me? I'd prefer not. That is like probably the worst way to go.
You're saying you're not a snack?
She's not a snack. She's the whole fucking cake.
He looks at you. It's like, well, I got the 3 others back in cabin, so you might want to come along.
A few others, as in my friends.
Yeah, if that's what you call them. Got a tall, lanky boy. We got some short purple thing, and we got
A tall, lanky boy. A tall, lanky boy.
Yep.
I thoroughly disagree, unfortunately, unless this is your way of granting me height back.
Oh no, you're still shorter.
Accurate.
If you're helping us, would you mind helping me pull dog up?
Dog.
Dog, the robotic cat I was riding, might look somewhat like an octopus. 'Cause it's supposed to be chocolate.
He kind of like steps and looks over the pit, and he kind of shakes his head, and he's like,
There's this automation that's just.
"It's down there."
Yes, I have this rope attached to.
How much rope did you have?
Well, I would have tried to have been pulling her up on the way up.
I don't think you would have had much luck with that. Trying to pull dog while also hammering in spikes and... Like, I imagine you'd probably have... like, you'd been able to probably nail or hammer, like, a spike in and, like, tie the rope onto it partway up and then just, like, stick down to, like, 2 or 3 of these spikes to get
I
yourself
have
the
a
rest of the way
rope
up.
a little bit way down there that she's connected. If you know any levitation magic, that would be super convenient.
Yeah, he got you there. He's going to pull out basically a grappling hook and just kind of wrap it around a tree and kind of cinch it off, and you see him like quickly repel himself down a little bit, and you kind of watch him like fade off into the fog. And then you can hear the as like dogs like banging against the wall while being dragged back up. But he manages to pull himself back up, and just kind of like hand over hand, just dragging dog back up. You'd hear just the metal scraping against the wall as dog is like up the wall.
Like C-3PO in Empire Strikes Back, but he's in a million pieces.
Yeah.
And just dangling there.
Just my cringe as I hear dogs scrape against the wall. Just
At least dog can't talk like C-3PO, because he would have words.
He would have words for you. Manages to get, it takes a little bit, but manages to pull dog up, and just kind of like, what in the hell? Whatever.
It's an octopus, can't you tell?
then I am going to fix dog. I'm going to refuse to move until I fix dog.
And as you like kind of plunk down to start trying to fix dog, it's like, if you sit here, I'm leaving you.
Yep, fixing dog.
He turns and starts walking away.
Oh god.
I'm out of a hole. That's better than I was 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago.
I mean, this tracks for Syl, but like, damn.
And you watch as he walking away and fades into the fog. So
I'm going to take note of the direction he went, and otherwise continue fixing dog.
okay, Theo and Anna, you kind of slowly begin to awake. Your chest just aches, and you can looking around a little bit, you can see Kay kind of like tucked into the sleeping bag, just kind of plunked against the wall. You're in.
Are we're laying down?
Yeah.
Are we on like cots or something, or?
Anna is on the makeshift bed. You're on the floor.
Of course, I'm on the floor.
Hey,
never moved
I
you.
didn't put you there. You were there already, and I wasn't gonna risk moving you. Person who only needs to meditate.
I fell unconscious.
And
Not the only one who fell unconscious.
My chest hurts.
yeah, so as you kind of wake up, you look around, you can see yourself in this small room, probably about 15 by 15 feet. The slight bit of light generated from this candle in the middle of the room. Everything is still grays. And Theo, looking over, you can see Anna laying on this pile of pelts. And kind of stirring a little bit.
To no one in particular, I say, next time we need money, we don't go through a fucking portal. And I'm just gonna lay there. I'm just gonna lay there. Actually, no, I'm gonna lift my arm, and I'm gonna check on the chain. My chain that's permanently wrapped around my wrist.
It's still there.
It's still there. And then I'm just gonna go, yeah, sorry, I fucked that up. And then I'm just gonna lay here and look at the ceiling until I feel better.
You two have started to kind of regain consciousness. Your everything hurts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you have this like pulsing, throbbing pain in your head at the moment. As you kind of come to and look around, seeing yourself in this hut.
I'm gonna reach into my like my armor or at the neck. I want to say, Beanard, sting me if you're alive. Which I'm sure I will get a very nasty poke.
You promptly feel this like jabbing in like the upper back shoulder. It's like,
Please. Good. All right, that covers that. I'm gonna
Is
try
that
and-
you? Are you awake? I
wish
can't-
it wasn't.
I can't turn my head.
Do you want Slugsworth?
Oh, do you need light? Healing light? How about we just heal each other? Do we need to heal each other? I can't lift my arm right now. Everything hurts.
Giggle, do I need to heal myself? Would that be could I tell that I am definitely still in need of healing?
oh yeah, you're both very aware that your bodies are not in good shape.
Alright, then I will cast a good old Slugsworth, rolling for that magic surge. That's a 13, so we're
Yay.
So you don't surge.
I'm gonna cast healing light on Anna.
Oh, that's kind of you.
You get
you-
5 HP left.
Were you Slugworthing yourself, or were you Slugsworthing Theo?
I got I had the feeling that Theo wanted each of us to heal ourselves because Theo didn't want to slug, but I would certainly slug Theo if Theo gave me some healing light.
I'm just laying there going, I'm sorry, that's the best I can do at
Yep.
the moment.
See, I just can't imagine like your arms is like that one.
I see the slug like inching towards
And
me.
you just watch.
Oh,
You just see like
oh
a
no.
slight shimmer, and then you see like it's like
No,
it's like
no.
moving towards you. It's just like slips up and across your neck, and then up your face.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
are you ready
there
for
it
this?
is. Yeah,
You ready for your heals?
I'm so ready.
So
Oh.
7. You healed
Yay.
7.
You did better than me.
I'm still happy for it. I will take what I get.
Wait, I've got something else I can do. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds, which is a magic level 1, so I'm gonna...
Okay, let's roll that for that surge.
And then I'm sleeping. I just need a d20.
Didn't surge.
I didn't magic surge. What's
Hey, Theo,
that?
you have not rolled a 1 yet.
Yeah. So that is 2d8.
Don't jinx it.
Hang on. Let me get this. That is 2d8. I believe that's 2d8 plus 2. Yeah, plus 2. You get 6 hit points back. Is this... that is the best I can do at the moment.
That is beautiful.
I can't feel my legs.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So as you're kind of like talking back and forth, Kay, if you want to kind of like stir a little bit, wake up, you can. If not, you can stay napping.
Oh no, I'm intending to long rest this bullshit.
Okay.
I have 5 HP. I'm
Yeah,
just
my
gonna
bet.
lay here.
My point exactly. I only have like 3 HP more than Theo does right now.
I'm
And
just
if-
gonna...
And I understand Theo is just waking up from being less than 5 HP, but hey, I'm also in the boat of I hurt a lot. Naps.
Yep.
Do you think... What happened after I went down? Do you remember? What the hell was that thing?
Having the foggiest.
Oh...
I love how Anna is like so. Anna's voice just makes her seem like she's not groggy in the slightest. She's like, not the foggiest idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
New rule. We don't go out when it's dark anymore. Until we get out of this crazy place.
And as you're kind of stirring and waking up, you've given yourself and giving each other some heals. You hear the creaking of the door open, and then you hear the slam of it shutting, and then the cloth gets pushed aside, and you see a large robed figure standing there, stepping into the hut. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
I was gonna say, oh, for the love of God, please don't be here to kill us.
I want everyone to roll me some initiative.
So like everyone roll me initiative, and then we're taking a break. No.
And Anna turns into a panther and bites its face.
Yeah.
I think after what happened last time, Anna tried to bite something's face in panther form. I don't think that would be her first response.
It's been a while since I've been on the ground with a crazy creature about to give me 2 fails on my death saves.
Yeah, Sylvania definitely
I was
saved your ass
this
there.
close to dying. I'm happy I gave us a narrative way out.
Thank you, Syl, for saving you.
Yeah, thank you, Syl, for saving my ass.
And so yeah, we're gonna be back in about 10 minutes from having a quick break. So we will be
Take a dog
back.
outside.
Yeah, that too.
She's been waiting patiently.
Be back soon. And we're live again. Alrighty, we are back. So yeah, as you are, this figure steps into the room, and like once he's in there, he's kind of like stretching himself a little bit and pulls the hood back from his head. And looking at him, he looks to be half orc of some sort. He stands about 5.5 feet tall. He's draped in like this black robe with a hood, which he had just removed. And underneath the robe, you can make out the appearance of what looks to be like thick leather armor. pair of small tusks protrude from his lower jaw, but the most notable feature of his facial feature is his eyes. The eyeballs themselves are devoid of an iris. It's just blank, milky white eyes.
Oh, he's blind.
And the skin around his eyes is darkened more than the rest of his like green flames. It's almost like blackened, and you can see white cracks emanating out from where his eyes are.
Sounds
that
like
seem to be spreading
someone
across the
shot a
surface.
really bright light into his face, and he never recovered.
And he's kind of looking down at y'all. It's like, does anyone tell me where the heck you were doing out there?
Hello.
Hi.
I would like to assume you're not here to kill us.
Well, not unless you try and stab me. In which case,
I
I'm sorry, you're in no
definitely-
condition to fight. Just,
Yes, I promise you, I can't lift my arms. We
so you still
came
haven't
through
answered my question.
we came through a portal. We tried to get out. We took a wrong turn. We learned not to go out at night. And a member of our party is missing.
Yes, the really, really short one with the dog.
Yes. The dog that looks like a cat that's actually an octopus.
Still?
That makes no sense.
I know, I agree, it makes no sense. But
I found them.
Sir.
I got their dog
that's
thing out of a pit. And then they're going to sit there and fix it. So I told them, you can fix it or I'm leaving. It's like, if you don't come now, I'm leaving. And they sat down to fix it, so I left. That was their choice.
good. Damn it, Syl. There are... Oh.
He just kind of like pulls his cloak off and throws it over Kay's head to muffle the noise.
Were they okay when you saw them?
They fell down a giant pit. Not the worst thing they could have done. At least they didn't get impaled on the spikes at the bottom.
Oh god.
Judging by the look at the dog, though, it did.
It breaks often. Don't worry about it.
I won't.
Often? How often has Dog died? Only like
Well,
once.
Theo threw a dog out of a tree, so...
I broke dog
Yeah, I
once.
didn't actually hear that, so I don't remember.
Yeah, I broke dog once.
So you came through a portal, you say?
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Call
too.
me.
I'm Gagrick.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm Gagrick.
Dogrick?
Gagrick.
Gogrick. I'm sorry, my head really hurts right now.
Well, I'd say so. You were fighting a Bodak, and not very successfully by the looks of it.
No, I learned some. That was the what was that?
They're called a Bodak. Don't look him in the eyes. It hurts.
I noticed. Are you the one that saved us
Yeah, roundabout way,
from
yes.
that? In a way. I think. Is this your house?
Yeah. I built it myself. Been hiding out here for a while.
I'm sorry. You know what? I might need to take a nap before I ask those questions. Thank you. Do you mind if we crash here while we, I don't know, make the pain go away?
I suppose.
Thank you. I'm Theo, by the way. This is Annah. The one snoring is Kay. Feel free to give him a kick if he makes too much noise. He'll take it. And the one you left outside is Sylvania and her contraption dog. That is a cat. That is an octopus.
Yeah, this still doesn't make any more sense the more you say it.
No, it never makes sense. How?
Well, feel good about leaving Syl out there, but I'm in no condition to go back.
No, I can't get up. You can't get up. I don't know about Kay. He seems like he's snoring and sleeping comfortably, so I think he's okay.
Well,
He's a teenager. He bounces back easier than we do.
well, as far as the one that we left outside, that was their choice.
Yes, I figured it would be her choice.
But-
Thank you for getting her out of the pit. At least.
She had gotten herself most of the way out herself. So
Oh, she's a resourceful one, that one.
since y'all seem to need a fair bit of rest,
Yeah,
have a nap.
yeah.
And-
Do you have currency here that we can pay you in for your kindness?
Not the moment.
Great. Good night.
And so you kind of like slump back down and doze off.
And we take a long rest?
Yep, you guys will be taking a long rest.
No
Yeah.
way.
Hey!
Hey.
Sylvania.
Hey, long rest. Click that long rest button. Hey, baby.
That's my favorite button.
Sylvania,
No, confirmed.
you finish. It takes you how long to fix dog?
1 minute.
1 minute. Is it just 1 minute to fix dog?
That's what I'm reading. Because if they're all the way down, if I'm within 5 feet of it, returns to life after 1 minute with all of its hit points.
Where are you seeing that?
It's in the Steel Defender part. It's if the mending spells cast on it regains whatever, but if it died within the last hour, you can use your smith's tools as action to revive it, provided you are within 5 feet of it and expend a spell. The Steel Defender returns to
You're
life
breathing
after
very
1
heavily into your
minute.
mic again.
Sorry. Is that better?
Yeah.
Much better.
Uh,
That being said, it's died more than an hour ago. You spent an hour turning your tools over, and then another quite a while to get out of the pit.
Right, I did that.
So it is.
Okay, in that case, it takes 8 hours.
Yeah.
After
So,
a long rest, I can recreate it.
yeah. It's just like it's been more than an hour. You spent an hour just changing your tools over to somehow convert a set of bottles and tubes into Mason's
I
tools.
forgot that I spent an hour doing that. It's hard to keep track of time when you just say you do something and then an hour has passed.
That's fair. So yeah, you're sitting there and you're starting to kind of work on dog. And are you just gonna sit there and try and fix dog?
So I need a long rest to fix dog at that point. So I want to look around. Like, am I relatively safe? Is there somewhere I could pull dog like into a house nearby or something?
There are no houses in like you're with it being a little bit bright, like still like dark and gloomy and like shades of gray and all that kind of stuff everywhere. But you're beside a giant pit that you had just gotten out of that was full of spikes.
Yes. I don't want to go back into the hole.
And most of the area around it's fairly open area. You can see some of these like gnarled, decrepit trees.
It's like Minecraft. Just dig yourself a little cave.
The 2x2.
A little cave, little 2x2 cave. Put a door in that cave and hide.
Well, guess I'm just setting up there and going to try to fix.
Okay. So you're setting up camp?
Yep.
Okay. So you are sitting there and you set up your tent and all that kind of stuff, and after a few hours, the sky begins to darken again as you can see that orb kind of dipping over the
Oh,
horizon.
right, it's a 4-hour cycle.
And you once again hear the screams of the night denizens as they begin to move around.
Are any of them uncomfortably close?
Roll me a perception check.
Is that spoopy fob still present? Fog
yeah.
still present.
17.
There are absolutely some that are close. Definitely too close for comfort.
Stay in tent. Hopefully they don't know what a tent is.
So you're hiding out in the tent?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe if you stand really still, they'll all go away. Still like a baby deer. Stay still like a baby deer. Maybe they'll all go away.
You can hear the... Actually, let's see, what do we have coming in? What is in the area at the moment?
We hid in the house and nothing came and found us, so hopefully a tent works similarly.
And... Do you have any kind of light on in your tent?
No, I would not have any light. I'd be relying purely on my dark vision because I know light attracts.
Okay.
And also because last session Theo very publicly and aggressively shoved my bioluminescent lantern under his dress
Yeah, I did.
so that he could prevent light because light is bad, apparently. Rude.
So Sylvania, you're hiding out in your tent and like, are you sleeping? Because like
A long rest, so I'm assuming that I'm going to try to stay awake and then pass out unintentionally at some point.
okay, so you end up passing out and you're awoken very abruptly, interrupting your long rest partway through, so you don't have the effects of the long rest yet. As a loud screech pierces the air overhead, the sound echoing off of the barren trees around, making the direction it's coming from fairly hard to distinguish aside from it's above you. But the proximity of the screech definitely kind of jolts you awake as it's nearby. Very much so.
Okay, going to be as quiet as possible. And put on my shocking grasp glove. And be really quiet.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Oh. Oh. Oh no, Tally.
A non-natural 20. And rolled a 17.
Pet puppies for
What is
good
its
lucks.
perception?
Pet puppies for good lucks. Pet puppies for good lucks. Good luck, puppy hugs.
Okay.
Good luck, puppy hugs.
You're like kind of hunkering down. You've got your shocking grasp glove on, and you can hear heavy wing flaps, and then as something has landed nearby the tent. It starts kind of like moving around you, and you can hear the doom, 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 as this.
Oh god,
something
are the
is
big
moving
boys
around.
after Syl?
As it is moving around outside the tent. And
Okay,
oh, go ahead.
no, you go, continue.
And you feel you can feel the tent shift a bit as what looks like it's like one side of the tent just goes completely black and dark as the top of the tent is kind of being pulled to the side on one end of the tent, kind of twisting. You can hear the like twing as one of the ropes tying the tent down snaps.
Run, Sylvania,
Oh,
run!
no. Okay, so
It's not worth
assuming
it.
I was working on Dog, I would have grabbed Dog's brain, shove it in my bag, and time to run.
Okay. Which side of the tent are you going out of?
Was there a specific side that it looked like it was closer to the?
Well, it's
whatever
currently
was
pulling on
going
one side of the tent. Are you going out that side, or are you going out the other side?
Other side.
Okay. And are you just full out sprinting? Are you trying to sneak away? What are you doing?
It's taken interest in the tent, not me yet. I have Dog's brain. I'm going to try to.
You gonna try and sneak?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me another stealth check as you try and sneak away.
Oh,
That is
could
a-
it have been the second one?
There's a 5 and a nat 20 on the other side. Unfortunately,
I specifically remember you saying, roll me a stealth check with advantage.
you most certainly did
Yeah,
not.
I heard it too.
You're all hearing things. Y'all need to get your ears checked. So as you sneak out the other side, you kind of trip over one of Dog's legs, and the sudden clatter as this thing's head kind of perks up. Looking back, you can see this creature. It has a body structure similar to that of a harpy. Long bird-like legs, covered in thick gray feathers. Razor-sharp claws protruding from each toe. Its torso, while upright, is also very heavy laden with feathers. Thick arm-like wings extend from its shoulders, though instead of being feathered, are made of a leathery flesh, more akin to that of a bat. At the crux of its wing, there are another set of sharp talons, like finger-like talons, that it was using to pull at the tent. Its head resembles that of an owl, but protruding from its head are large antler-like bones. And as you tip over Dog, its attention immediately snaps to you, and I would like you to roll me initiative.
I can't try to talk to it.
No, run away, Syl.
You could try to talk to it,
Not worth
but
it,
you're still
Syl.
rolling
If it
initiative.
has an owl head, it might be interested in things such as knowledge. Be like,
Got an
"Don't
owl head,
suppose you
antlers
value
coming out of its head."
knowledge more than food."
Buddy, roll me that initiative.
Oh,
The nat 1 on initiative.
No.
Yeah, it definitely beat you on initiative. Okay. So as this thing spots you and it kind of roughly yanks the tent aside, and it is going to fly up. So its large wings flap and brings it up into the air. It's currently about 30 or so feet up.
Is the fog still around?
Yes.
So
it
if
is-
I
it is
move
just
it,
le-
it can't see me, right? Or at least I can't see it if I move any further away.
You can't see it if you move further away. You don't know what it can see.
Okay. I'm going to assume it has a similar vision to me because I have no other reason to think otherwise. So, with my stuff, I am going to dash, and I'm going to move 15 feet directly away from it, and then quickly turn to my right and run the rest of my 35 feet.
Okay. Wait, 35? You have movement speed of 40? As a gnome?
No, I have a movement speed of 25, but I was dashing.
Oh yes, that's right. I was just like,
No, 50.
something's not adding. Yeah,
it
it's
should
dashing.
add up to 50.
Yeah. Aaron's just bad at math. It's like 8:31 on a Sunday.
What's math?
I don't know, we're playing a game where there's adding and stuff.
I don't.
Okay, so you full dash, you go 15 feet forward and then hang a hard right and sprint.
Yep.
Okay. From above, the bursting through the fog above you, careening down towards you, talons outstretched as it tries to drop down on you. I'm guessing a 16 does not hit you?
No.
Okay, and its second
Thank
attack...
fuck.
That is also a 16. So it tries
Still
to get
no.
2 hard hits on you, but you manage to kind of skirt away, and it is going to fly back upwards. You do have an attack of opportunity.
I don't have a weapon out, so... And there's no point, because even if I hit it trying to punch it, I would do 0 damage, so...
Okay. So it takes off back up, vanishing into the fog.
Okay, need a new strategy. Trying to lose it in the fog. It obviously moves faster than me, because it was able to catch up and attack me.
And then leave.
It can fly.
And then
so.
leave. And it flies, so like that's not surprising. So everything else here has been scared of light. So I've been told not to do this, but I don't know what else to do at this point. I'm lighting a torch.
Okay. Okay, so you light a torch. What else are you
Should
doing?
have bargained with our new friend.
That's lighting the torch and kind of like just holding it out where like above me where I think it's going to come from. Hopefully it doesn't like light.
Are you continuing to move or are you staying still?
I will stay still for this one.
Okay.
Just because the going through my bag, pulling everything out makes sense. I know technically I'd be able to move, but
so you're standing there, kind of torch out, kind of looking, trying to figure out where it's going to come at you from, and it is going to dive back in towards you. Does a 19 hit you?
yes.
Oh no.
Where are those? That one and that one. That is 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And its second attack is a...
Oh, there's more than one attack?
Oh yeah, it gets 2 attacks.
There was
Yep.
2 in the last one
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
Oh,
It just missed both of them.
sorry, I clearly spaced out.
But it missed its second attack.
Okay, that's
Okay.
why. Good to know.
It also did not seem to care about the torch.
Okay, it does not care about the torch.
Also, you're breathing into your mic again.
Okay, what's around me? Like, quick look around.
Quick look around. There's
What's near me?
there's several trees. Once again, very barren and decrepit. Roll me a quick perception check. 15. You're not quite sure what it is, but about 40 feet to your left is... The ground is darker. Not sure what, but it's there.
Okay, use my action to dash and let's get to that darker spot, or at least closer so that I can see what...
As you run towards the darker spot, you get closer and you realize that it is a burrow of some sort.
Get in there!
Yep,
And-
diving into the burrow.
Okay.
Hopefully whatever's in the burrow is less frightening than the thing currently attacking me.
You run and you dive into the burrow, and this creature lands outside, and it's like trying to like reach its claws in, trying to grab at you.
Get in there.
Make me a dexterity check.
Okay. Strength dexterity.
Yep, just straight dexterity.
5.
Oh!
5. It managed.
I feel bad.
As it's as it's like claws like reaching in and trying to slash at you, it does manage to nick you, although not to the not a hard, because it's like at the very edge of its reach. But you do take an additional 3 points of slashing damage. And it backs up and ducks its head down, looking in, just like peering in at you. And it keeps trying for probably another few minutes, trying to reach you. But you manage to get yourself back far enough that it just can't get itself in far enough to get at you. And after a few minutes, it seems to lose interest and takes off.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay for at least another like 10 minutes. Quick look around before I actually say that. Like, is there anything sharing this hole with me?
Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Please don't have a crazy.
Or do you still have the torch on you?
I do have the torch.
Okay, in that case, just perception check. Just straight.
I mean, I'd be curious how a crazy badger got up their hole, but you know what? I digress.
I prefer the mushroom over the badger.
Are you sure you don't prefer the snake? The snake,
No,
the
no.
snake. Ooh, it's a snake.
No, badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom.
Snake, a snake. Oh, it's a snake. So Nathan's just like, what is this? So looking around, Sylvania.
I don't want to know. I can't. I'm gonna pretend not to know.
Sylvania, looking around after a little bit, the burrow is not very deep. It's probably about like 7 or so feet deep, and it does widen out at the end. It looks like a creature may have lived here at some point. There are several bones scattered about of smaller creatures.
But no signs of anything fresh, like dung or anything.
Yeah, nothing that screams something has been here recently.
It was a gopher hole, and then badgers found it, and badgers dug it out, and now it's no longer a gopher hole.
And now it's your home.
Now it's your home.
Home cell.
Welcome home.
Well-
You did Minecraft it. You found a hole. You got in that hole, and you're waiting till morning.
Yeah, I'm going to wait until it's at least light out again.
So you're not gonna rest. You're just kind of.
I'm going to kind of rest in the hole.
Okay, so you can get a short rest then, not a long rest though. If you're gonna be leaving at daylight.
Well, preferably what I'd like to do is wait for it to be daylight, go back to my camp, and finish my rest.
Well,
No!
you wouldn't be able to.
Find yourself.
You wouldn't be able to split your long rest. I did 4 hours, waited for several hours, and then gone back for the other 4. Like, that's not how long rests work. The long rest is 8
Just,
hours
like,
with.
just be an interruption of the time I ran because like I was resting, and then I had to run away from a thing. Now I'm resting again. And
But then if you wait for
run,
light and then
go
get up
back.
and then go back to the other one, you're still like breaking up the long rest several times, and that does nullify a long rest.
I'll do the rest of the long rest here.
Okay. So Theo, Theo, Anna, and Kay. And then Theo, you kind of wake up on your own. Bodies still ache, but you no longer feel drained and dire.
My chest doesn't hurt. I don't feel like I'm dying of a heart attack.
Yeah.
You just feel like you're dying?
I just feel like I just feel like I'm sore everywhere.
Aren't you always?
I don't even know why. It's a there's like a headache it keeps spiking every time you talk to me, Kay.
It's almost as if you almost died.
Yeah, no. It's not my fault. Not my fault.
You just look at inappropriate things and then get hurt.
Oh, was that inappropriate? I'm too tired to do this fucking game with you right now.
You're always too tired. You never have enough time for Kay anymore. Jeez.
When play catch.
Never
I'll play
had
catch
time.
with you when we're out in regular daylight and not whatever this crazy world is. No offense, sir. I'm sure you love it, and you've obviously made a life and a home here.
Is Gagrick still here?
Oh
But
yeah,
I hate it, and I want to leave.
yeah. Gagrick is still here, and he's like, it's like, you're in the Shadowlands. It's a blatant pit of shit. It is.
Yes, we've noticed. It's shit. How do we get out?
Speaking of, it is morning. Kay has he's short rested. He can detect if there's a portal within a mile of him. Let's do this shit.
There is no portal within a mile of you.
Son of a
Damn it.
bitch.
Yeah. These were our hopes and dreams.
Kay was very excited for a moment when he woke up and he was like, maybe there's an escape. The answer is not close enough.
Yep. It's like, so you want to get out? Well, best of luck. The only ones who have a way out of here live in a blooming temple up in Craig's Peak. But if you got even the slightest bit of Tainted, you ain't getting through. Although I suppose that crazy bitch might know a way too, but I ain't going anywhere near her.
Okay, a couple questions. First off, a couple questions. We
couple
got your
answers.
name last night.
Gagrick, yes.
Were you born here?
Oh,
Did you make your way here?
Heavens no, I was definitely not born here. From the
Oh,
material
right.
plane myself.
Yes. How did that happen? That must be a story.
It's a story and not a great one.
We have time.
Hey, you do have time.
Sort of.
So, long story short, because not one for long tales. I was fleeing
Mm-hmm.
from a lot of things,
Oh.
and most people want to be dead or arrested, you know, the usual.
Mm-hmm.
And found myself this lovely little portal.
Oh, and you jumped through it.
I most certainly did. Didn't
Oh,
look back,
that
went straight on
sounds-
through, and ended up here. It was a... I wouldn't say it was a mistake. I've definitely
I
made
know
myself
that.
a home here.
That whole situation, yes, jumping through random portals, I know. That being a mistake, I feel you, brother.
Did you jump through Eltheria's portal?
I have no idea who that is.
Was there the golem introduced to you?
No golem as far as I'm aware.
Alright, different portal. One more thing. How old are you? Like, how does time work here?
Oh, that... Time here is it fucked. To put it kindly. It's I'm not really sure how old I am anymore. The day and the time, the clock is not what I'm used to back in the material plane. Frankly, I don't quite care either. Didn't leave a whole lot behind when I left, and so we've got nothing to go back to. So it doesn't really mean no matter mind to me.
And the, I'm sorry, your eyes are quite striking. Did you do that, or did someone or something else do that?
That's the Tainted, my dear.
Oh, excellent.
And
Also, call me
he's
my
gonna-
dear.
he's gonna walk up, and he's going to point to your chest,
Mm-hmm.
and like as you kind of like look down at your shirt and like pull it open, and look at your chest, you can see similar like black spreading across your chest with the white
Oh.
cracks going through it.
Do I have something similar growth-wise on myself?
Yours is actually spreading out from your neck.
Beanard! What did you do?
Fucking Beanard.
Can I
so
look
at,
at Beanard?
at this
Pardon?
Sorry.
well, no, at this point, I want to know if I have anything weird growing on me that I should be questioning.
Kay, you're looking around at yourself, and from what you can see, you don't have anything. From what
Good,
you can
that means
see.
it's on my back.
Vindication!
Is Beanard clean?
You look at Beanard, he does not appear to be affected.
Good job, buddy.
K being K, takes his shirt off and shows his back to the class and is like, is there anything questionable on my back?
I say all I see is a skinny, lanky, tall boy.
You also see it spreading on his lower back.
Oh, damn it!
Do a smiley face birthmark and some taint.
Some tape.
I mean, everyone has.
It's
has
now canon.
pain.
It's
When
not-
I was in school, we called that a tramp stamp. Just so
Is it like tramp stampy?
No, it's
Two
like
wings.
no, it's
It's a butterfly, damn it! It
lower left.
symbolizes my freedom from the Fae, okay?
Also, it is now canon. Kay has a smiley face birthmark.
The smiley face birthmark is perfectly fine. No one's discussing the butterfly-shaped taint on my tramp stab back. That isn't of a concern to you right now. It's smiley face birthmark. It's probably on his left side, slightly just above his butt cheek, where us humans would normally have like the strap or the elastic of your undergarments, so it's casually hidden. But because it's K and this world where undergarments aren't really a thing, there's just a happily placed birthmark at the top of my ass.
That's not true.
And then a
Undergarments are a thing.
butterful-
You walked around
and
in
a
your
bu-
boxers with an axe in them. Back in like
This is
session
true.
2.
They probably just ride low. It's not a problem. That sounds like something K would do. Let's be honest.
So what does this mean for us? Like milky-eyed in the future, or?
We're all gonna die. That's clearly what's going to happen.
Well, the taint is something that tends to affect those who reside in the Shadowlands, especially those dealing with some of the beasties here. For the most part, here it doesn't harm you all that much. Makes sunlight a bit of a bitch, though.
Well, at least I can cover mine up. This is so much better now.
Oh, covering it up doesn't stop it from making sun like a bitch.
So it doesn't stop it from making it what?
Sunlight hurts.
Sunlight hurts like a bitch. All right.
Like a sunburn.
Two things. One, it's been many hours, and I'm worried about our fourth friend, Sylvania.
Well, assuming
And
that she hasn't been eaten by the beasties, she's probably holed up somewhere.
I would like to find her so we can, and then when we find her, you mentioned someone else? Because no offense, I'd like to leave. I think we'd like to leave. This is thank you so much for all your help, but I think we would just be impeding staying in this house with you.
Where do we find the crazy bitch?
The old bitch at Blooming Temple at Crate's Peak.
Those are two different groups.
Yeah, the Blooming Temple is the people we likely won't get past,
Yes.
and the crazy bitch probably has a solution, but Dude Bro won't go anywhere near her.
So
I vote
We
for the
can't blame
crazy
you for not
bitch.
wanting to go near her. So basically, there's the two groups. You got the acolytes. Acolytes are lights, they call themselves. Bunch of stuck-up pistons, if you ask me.
what did they? What?
They fight
acolytes
a
of
never-ending.
light?
Pardon?
Acolytes of light, you said,
That's right.
and
They
are
fight-
they?
They fight a never-ending war against the shadows, thinking their holy
Oh.
will somehow save this land. Frankly, them and I
Oh.
never see eye to eye. I kind of like it here, and would rather not see my place of refuge shit on by a bunch of holier-than-thou zealots. But
Oh, they're holy. Okay.
But that's just my opinion. Supposedly they can cure the taint, although I don't know. I've never let them try.
Have they tried to cure you?
I don't
They
really
tried
like the
to purge
idea
me.
of anyone being near my taint, really. That seems really awkward.
Not now, Kay.
You can be an immature boy later.
I mean, someone
Well, he's gonna be an immature
decided
boy
to
later.
call it the taint,
Oh yeah, I know.
okay? Like, it doesn't
Not-
matter.
Now, Kay.
Kay looks up into the sky at an unassuming DM and goes, "You called it the taint, and the taint it shall remain until some writer somewhere writes it out of existence. Until such time, I don't really want people near my taint."
Oh no, I called it the same full well knowing with the alternate.
I don't know who you're glaring at.
I think he's trying to stare the DM down. It doesn't work.
Okay.
It's like, they haven't tried to cleanse it. They've tried to purge me.
Oh.
It didn't go well for the last one that tried. Needless to
Are
say,
they like a...
they are more or less a kill on sight sort for them.
Oh, good.
Answers that.
Mhm.
So
Which
I won't be
was
going near them
fascinating.
either. But you don't have the history with them that I do, so they may not attack you first.
If we turned on the light, so to say, do you think they would be accepting of that?
Weren't you against K's that are gonna pop in? Aren't you perfectly against us shining the light anywhere? In fact, excuse me, where is my bioluminescent lantern?
It's in my bag now. Hush for 5
Kay
minutes.
is going to start rummaging through Theo's bag.
If you went up there with light, it's maybe, I don't know. I light is something I don't use a whole lot unless I'm in a bit of a pickle or I feel that there's desperate need for it.
Was that
With
you who
us?
took? Yeah, like with us, with our little rescue attempt.
Yeah,
With your rescue attempt.
saw several really bright flashes, and I figured, oh, the zealots have got a bit far from the temple, or some poor bystanders wandered in, and it's a shit show to watch and funny as hell. But I figured I should
Oh,
probably
I'm
step
glad.
in.
Glad we could be entertaining. Now, crazy bitch. What's that story there?
By all accounts, she's a child, or at least it appears so. That being said, she's been here longer than me, longer than the acolytes even, I'd reckon. She keeps some of those hounds around as pets, she says. Creepy as hell if you ask me. Supposedly, she runs something here. But I don't know. I've dealt with her a couple of times, and she definitely she jived with me a bit the wrong way. I respect her authority that she has, but I still much prefer to keep myself well out of reach.
Got it. Well,
Think she can cure the taint? Or just the acolytes of light?
She could probably cure it, but probably at a price. Then again, can't guarantee the acolytes to do it for free either.
oh, pardon me.
Ooh.
That's very good information. How many hours has the sun been up?
By this point, it would probably have been up for. By the time you guys got back, so probably it would actually be going into night.
I want to go grab Syl, but it seems like it's really dangerous out there again.
Yeah, at this point in time right now is when Sylvania would essentially be
Burrowing?
burrowing. Yeah, so at this point Sylvania would be like diving into the hole and like trying to hide out
Yeah.
there.
Alright.
How did you just found us based on the commotion we were making?
So I suppose you're new here, so you don't really know how the light and the darkness works. So light, well, it doesn't provide much of it, can be seen from really fucking far away. Also, the light show that I put on definitely attracted a lot of things there. So, we're gonna be avoiding that area for next few nights at least.
Yes. How did you find our friend before?
Followed tracks mostly.
Do you think you could maybe help us find our friend again?
Assuming that she hasn't been eaten, she's probably not far from the pit if she was gonna fix that robot dog cat octopus thing.
Yes, I would like to go find our friend. Because I don't really feel comfortable us sitting here while she's out there. Yes, I would like to go find our friend. And maybe we will convene about what our next move is.
Yeah, I suppose a couple of nights trips doable. That being said, I'm not taking all of you. That's too many bodies and not to be mean, but you're not exactly the subtlest of sorts.
No, I agree. I unfortunately don't.
When he says that, I'm gonna turn into a panther. Is there room to turn into a panther?
There was room to turn into a panther. Turn to panther, just like.
Yeah, we're doing that.
Does she do that often?
Yes, it's
Terrifying.
one of her most unique skills. It's actually quite useful.
Okay, so now I gotta ask.
Yes.
Is she a purple gnome that turns into a panther, or a panther that turns into a purple gnome?
Both.
And I will telepathically tell him, I am a verdant.
I have no idea what that
Who turns
is.
into a panther? Do you know goblins?
Yes, green, vile,
Yeah.
full of teeth.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
many teeth.
they are. I'm like a goblin, less teeth.
Neat.
Anna is Anna. Right now she's
And
panther.
now Anna is a panther.
And sometimes she's purple. Who gets stung by bees.
She's always purple, though.
And carries a slug that heals you. Which, by the way, I like reach behind me. You can take
Slugs
slug right back.
Slugs are still like attaching back.
So good. It's like a hickey where it was magic.
Yeah, Theo just has this big red mark on their sides. Like,
Red back. You can take slug right back. Thank you very much. It was very useful. I only wanted to heave and vomit 3 times during the night.
Only 3? That must be a new. This must be a new record.
Yes, I'm getting better.
So like, is she following me, or what's going on here?
Well, she's following you, which is probably for the best. You know, she's the panther. She could find our friend by smell. I will admit, I know I suggested it, but I'm probably the least helpful in helping to find our friend. I like make like little sparkles.
Imagination.
I'm really good in the light department, but I'm not very good at the sneaking around, if you get what I mean.
I'm guessing you're the one that was setting off the fireworks.
I was trying not to.
Yeah, you did a good job at that one.
But unfortunately, when something's attacking, I really only have that I make like a tiny little fire bolt that goes nowhere. I only really have one way to attack.
Yeah, the pub wouldn't do you a whole lot of good.
No, not here. This is probably the worst place I could be.
There's worse. But I suppose I'm taking the kitty out for a walk.
The kitty has volunteered.
All right, pussycat, let's go. And He's going to place his hand on your back, and as soon as he does, everything goes black.
Holy crap.
And you feel as like he starts kind of like leading you along. You can't see anything. Like, you can smell, you can feel the ground beneath your feet, you can feel his hands, he's like kind of steering you around different things. But like, looking at your feet, you can't see them. You know they're there, because you can feel them. You can feel the ground at your feet, but you can't see it.
Alright. I follow blindly.
And after a little while, it takes for a while, but you get back to, or eventually, like, pulls his hand off your back, and suddenly, like, vision kind of floods back into you, and looking around, you can see this large pit, and you can see the remnants of Sylvania's tent, demolished. Laying just outside the tent, having kind of fallen out as the tent was torn asunder, is the mangled body of Dog. Taking a look at Dog, you can see several more claw marks marred into its steel body.
Okay. Can I, like, stick my snout in the tent and, like, look for Syl in the tent?
You shove your nose in the tent and kind of push up some of the sands. Like, the tent is empty.
Great. Actually a good sign.
You do hear, a little bit off in the distance, a loud screech.
Cool. Can I pick up Syl's scent?
Roll me a perception check.
I believe.
And you do have advantage because you're Panther Anna. You're Anna 7.
I believe you can smell the scent.
Please,
I don't know what
please.
the lyrics of the rest should be.
Dear.
Yay!
Thank you for your, I don't know, your bardic inspiration.
Callie, we sang a song.
Taz,
Was it a good song?
it's like, lick, going back to work.
Callie brought me a toy.
Mom, why aren't you playing with me? And then
She's wagging her tail. She's waiting for you to throw it. Look at her. Look at how happy she was.
Sorry for the distraction.
Oh, it's all good.
She's back.
So you definitely, like, especially having gotten that fresh Sylvania scent from the tent, you're like, she's definitely around here somewhere, and you kind of like start following along, kind of like a dog. Like sniffing at the ground, and once again off in the distance, but a bit closer, you hear another screech. Roll me a survival check. And this will also be with advantage.
You can survive.
With advantage.
As long as you know,
15,
as long as
okay.
you know how to love, you'll know you'll stay alive.
Well, at least we know that if Theo dies, Jamie's rolling a bard. So you go.
Is she allowed to use music from not in her dimension?
Yes.
Is this allowed?
Heck, if I do a bard, I'm using a lot of the music, just rewriting lyrics.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
So you quickly kind of pick up on Sylvania's trail and end up following it along, and it leads you to a small burrow.
Cool. I'm hustling along. I don't fit in it, do I?
You can fit in the burrow. You have to kind of like flatten yourself down and kind of like dog crawl your way through it. But
right.
you could fit through as Anna 7.
Okay, I'm gonna look back to Gagrick and just tell him, like, wait here. This is where scent leads. And I'm gonna shuffle down into the burrow.
You see Sylvania, a little bit battered and bruised, kind of curled up in a ball, sleeping at the back wall of the burrow.
Cool. This is probably a really bad idea, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try and gently wake up Syl.
Sylvania. Roll me a perception check with disadvantage. 7.
No.
As you wake, like, you're suddenly awoken by some beast batting at you with its paws. And as you're awoken with a start, as like you just feel the paw going bat bat on your body. And the first thing that goes through your mind is, I'm under attack. What do you do?
What? Right, Theo and I aren't even present.
Nope.
We're in the cabin in the woods, or
Yep.
in the city.
Spell attack. I use my shocking grasp
Okay.
That hits my
because
AC.
that was on my hand.
Yep. Okay. That hits your AC.
Yeah,
Okay.
roll that damage.
Roll damage.
That's DiMaggio.
Second.
Not DiMaggio.
don't even remember how
Delivery,
much-
not DiMaggio.
Oh, please whiff it. I don't normally say that, but please whiff it.
4 lightning
Woo.
damage.
So you,
Ow.
you reach out and you grab onto the muzzle of Annah 7, and you realize just that half a second too late who this is as you unleash your shocking grasp, and you do basically, Anna, you like zap and you just like pull your nose back and it's like kind of like
Fur
Uh,
is just like
yeah, all your fur just kind of poofs a bit.
You make that large cat
the
hissing.
cat trick where they
Yeah.
back off.
Yeah.
Just like, wait, Anna?
Yes, Syl, it's me. Telepathically, of course. Come out right now. We're going.
Why would you have shocked me?
I understand why, but we are leaving right now. Let's go. And I'm going to
Okay, I
just
need
turn
to
around.
get all my stuff.
Is there anything you'd like me to carry in my mouth?
I have saddlebags that I could throw on your back. That would help.
As long as I can get out of the hole
So
with
if
them.
I bring them back to the tent and quickly like tear down my tent, throw the saddlebags I usually have on
The
dog.
tent at this point is more or less demolished.
And
It got,
Everything in the tent is what I want.
yeah, your sleeping bag is still available. The tent itself is demolished. They shredded it, probably
And
out
the
of spite
remains-
because you hid in a hole.
Dog.
And the
I
remains of dog.
technically
quick.
don't need those, but for story reasons, I want to take that.
Fair. So you end up gathering up the remnants of dog. Kind of grabs some of that as well and hefts that along, and kind of places his hands on the two of you as once more, all light just vanishes. You are in a black void. You can feel, you can hear, you can smell, but you cannot see. And you can probably taste too, but I don't imagine you licking too many things.
You're just walking out with your tongue out.
See, my mind just goes back to Lilo and Stitch when Sister grabs all up the arm. But after a while, he does manage to, or you arrive back at the hut and kind of tosses the remnants of dog on the ground. And it's like, well, you're back. You're all together. Hey.
Thank you very much for doing that.
I want to sit down somewhere and immediately pass out. Just like there's no time.
Okay.
It's good to have you back with us, Syl. Did anything? I hope it wasn't too crazy. Oh,
Yeah, immediately asleep.
she's asleep. She's asleep. Well, I guess we're gonna hang out until she wakes up again.
4 to 8 hours later.
While we're doing the 4 to 8 hours, I would like to confer with the group. What do you think? What do you think of our choices?
I think we should go to the crazy bitch.
You think you should go to the crazy bitch?
Yeah.
Anna, what do you think we should do?
I feel like the lady crazy or old bitch feel like the acolytes are mobilized and they're very much a what was it? Purge first, ask questions later. I don't like our odds with that.
I don't like our odds with either of them, to be honest. I'm going to be, when you said this lady was a child, are we talking Kay's age, or are we talking little child?
Oh, by the looks of it, I'd say probably about 9.
Oh, little.
Spooky child.
Oh, it's gonna be
Friend!
creepy. I hate creepy. No, Kay, not a friend. I hate creepy children. I hate creepy children with a burning passion.
I'll go. How do I get there?
No, you stay right here. We're going as a group. The last time you went on an adventure by yourself, we all
How do we
nearly
get
got
there?
killed. I swear, I will tie you.
You can attach me to a rope.
You know what?
that does-
You know what? I start unraveling my chain as much as I can.
She gonna like
I will
clip
chain you
it.
to me if I need to.
I expect her to wrap it around my waist and just clip it into place.
Yeah.
Just so that, like I have a leash, and it's just gonna be me being like, okay, where are we going? To old crazy bitch. Okay, let's go. And being like, yo.
Do you want to go on the chain? I have a bunch of it. It just keeps unraveling. It stays there.
Neat. Why don't
No,
you
not
use that as a weapon?
Mostly because I'm not very good with it.
Isn't that what
And
practice is for?
And it's not really meant to. It kind
Aren't you hundreds of years old? Don't you have like an obnoxious amount of time to practice? You could have used that to get out of so many scrapes. You could
No.
just be like, it just keeps unraveling. I could
No.
just like tie it up here and go
Well,
down.
It doesn't
kind
go on
of-
forever.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't go on forever.
It doesn't
just
go on
stops.
forever.
And then I can't unravel it anymore. It just sucks back to my wrist.
Well,
It's
it-
like
it-
a. It's like.
Yeah,
It's like
Does
a.
it have?
It's like a measuring tape. Eventually, it'll end. It'll just go whoop.
well, like, it wraps around, but it doesn't. It's not like infinite chain. Like,
Yeah.
But it's bound to your wrist. So there is like it like weaves in and out of itself.
Yeah.
So you like you can pull like parts of it away, but you can't like free it from your wrists.
Yeah, it just snaps back to my wrist. Yeah, and its purpose is kind of more magical, I think. This is what makes the sparkles. And I make more sparkles.
Imagination.
Kate
Oh,
turns
boy,
back
you
to
know.
Dude Bro and is like, so how do we find this person?
Judging by, judging by the way that the elfy one is
He'll
going
get
on,
over it.
I don't think that telling you at this point is going to be in anyone's best interest, because I don't want to save y'all again.
I mean, that's fine. I can wait. I just want to know where I'm going.
Do you know how to navigate the
Decide.
Shadowlands?
I totally missed that.
Do you know how to navigate the Shadowlands?
No.
No, but I'm willing to learn.
Learning's going to take too long. And since you don't know, you're going to have to wait. I can escort you part of the way, but I'm not getting anywhere close to that keep.
That's fine.
She lives in a keep?
Yeah, more or
Yeah.
less.
Ugh,
Sounds
With
amazing.
hounds.
with hounds.
Probably the same kind we fought. Yeah, it's sounding less and less appealing the more I think about it. I was like, old bitch, been here a long time, but now it's getting worse.
Should be fine.
I'm wondering if the acolytes would be, because we're not really allies of this place either. If the acolytes might be better, but again, they are a purge first, ask questions later type of group. But at the same time, they kind of purge our friend here, who kind of likes the shadows. No offense.
Oh, none taken.
Yeah,
So I
I'm still
wonder-
voting. I'm voting for the crazy bitch. Old bitch, whatever. She seems easier to deal with.
Mm,
I mean, we'll
I don't-
definitely need Syl's opinion when she wakes up.
I was going to think. I was actually thinking, considering your background, Kay, I can see why you would think that. what with your regular dealing with creatures that
And
are significantly older than us.
and also not gonna try to murder us on sight. There's
That-
a very key, important part. The
we
dogs
only have
might,
one
but we can.
perspective on that though, and that's him.
No offense.
No offense.
Oh,
I
none
mean,
taken.
that's fair, but the perspectives you know over the perspectives you don't.
Giant dog, crazy child, religious zealots.
I still like the child better, because at some point you still get child.
Oh no, but she's just going to look like a child. I have a feeling that the moment we talk to this crazy little thing, that it's going to probably want to strike a deal. Is she the strike a deal type?
Oh,
You have
most
to strike a
certainly.
deal with her.
I
Oh,
mean, if we're
see?
just
Strike
asking
a
for an
deal.
if we're asking for an arm and a leg, I still have some of those left.
I'm going to ask Syl to build you another arm.
Well, according to the manual, I'm allowed 2 more before things start to act up.
Oh boy. The other thing is, I would like to get this fixed. I think this persists the moment that we exit.
Oh,
I
indeed.
mean,
It does, which means
Yeah.
that as soon as we reach daylight, it's going to suck.
And what does home have?
Lots of daylight.
well, we could.
And again, kind of my specialty is I like make more sparkle.
I mean, that seems fine, but I still feel like the crazy bitch probably can do something about it. And yet again, I don't want to try and convince people after we murder their elite guard that tries to attack us on sight.
We don't
That-
know if they're going to attack us on sight.
And we don't have to murder anyone.
Yes,
How-
our friend here specifically said there is a very good chance that the zealots won't kill us on sight. Isn't that right?
Oh, there's a chance.
That is what. There's a chance. Well, in a number value, what would you say that chance is? I'm 100. Just ballpark.
Tell me the
Hard to say. I've only really had one dealing with them.
See, he's only had one dealing with them,
And by one dealing, I mean one type of dealing, and that's usually the murdery
one-
kind.
and they had. Oh, right. So they had the one. And what did you do? May I ask?
I may have broken into the temple and stolen a bunch of things.
There you go. He was a thief. Attacking on sight was
do what they
justified.
do.
No offense.
I needed supplies. They had the supplies. I wanted them.
There you go. So there is a chance if we show up, we might not get attacked. And if we do, it's you wish you were awake. You wish you were awake. I'm trying to talk as loudly as I can.
Yeah, we'll say that over the course of like you guys discussing this, Sylvania, you do eventually wake up. You finished a long rest between everything.
Yay! And somehow dog is back now.
Welcome to the world of the living, Syl.
We'll say that like
I'm glad
as they're all discussing this, so you're sitting there and fixing dog.
What do you think, Syl?
Crazy
Just
bitch
saying,
or angry
killing
zealots?
People for stealing things isn't usually how it works. Most people, like, at worst, want to remove your hand, not murder you.
You've never clearly had your chocolate stolen from you in the middle of a great study session, have you?
No.
There's quite a few people I've wanted to murder, but
There's a reason Thea's not allowed into certain wings of the library anymore.
I'd also like to mention, her pets attacked us.
that's very true.
Oh, not all of the ones in the. Well, not all the ones are her pets.
But they might have been.
Oh, they very well might have been.
Right?
Well, we know where I stand.
Why don't we go back to the portal and I can fix it?
But
I
we
do not know. I refuse. We are not trying to get the person who does not know portal magic to even try. No.
also we left
I'm
that
a
place because
living
there were
mechanical being.
there were lizard men who were coming to kill us, and we went through
It's
the
been a
portal.
while. They probably got bored and left by now.
But we also looked
That
at
means
it before we left, and it stopped working. It was
and
gone.
and we don't really know if that golem dude that one of
I also
them.
sort of ripped the dress, and I don't want to be the mistress anymore. I don't want to be the master anymore.
Yeah, you
I
did
just
rip
don't
up
want
that dress.
It's rags now.
Did we
And it
ever
smelled
find the
really bad.
artifact that we went there to find? Like, don't we have to go back there?
No, we have it. The dagger.
We have to go
Oh.
back to Oz, not the swamp.
Yeah, we have to go back to Oz.
My vote is the acolytes.
My vote is also the acolytes. I feel like we could at least give them a chance. If it doesn't work out, we can run like hell and then try the crazy bitch.
Does she have a name?
Yes, does she have a name?
Sorry.
Instead of
I
crazy
don't want to
bitch?
be like, hi, I heard you're the crazy
I
bitch.
just show up and be like, hey, CB!
It's like, oh, yes, she has a name. Her name is Ithariel. Ithariel.
Ithariel.
Yes.
Isn't that like obnoxiously similar to the name of the elf lady whose
Elfira?
portal we walked through?
Elfira or
Elfira?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I do, is there like a knowledge, arcana, history check I could do?
Is there a knowledge murder check I can do? Thanks.
Knowledge murder check.
Roll me a knowledge arcana.
Knowledge arcana, you say? Oh, I rolled a 14.
A
I wish it was
14.
that 24.
You do not recognize the name.
Yeah, let's tentatively approach
Hmm.
the acolytes. Tell them
I'm-
that we
Mm-hmm.
go on.
No, keep doing your thing.
Just talk about maybe getting rid of this blight,
Mhm.
and if they know any way for us to get back home,
Mhm.
and if they seem super hostile, just bid them adieu
Mhm.
and go play with the hounds.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a good plan to me.
Okay, you might still have your chance to.
If I
play.
grab my chain and I look deep within myself, is there a voice giving their opinion on what I should do?
You grab onto your chain and you're just kind of like stopping and trying to meditate a bit. And there was silence.
That's what I thought. All right then. Yeah, that is also my vote. I vote that we go for try the acolytes first, because I'd rather not deal with dark crazy things anymore.
Just gonna go out here and vote that when they try to kill us, I hold the right to say I told you so, and I will hold it over your heads for as long as I live.
That's
I
I
would
fine.
changed
expect
my
anything
mind and
less.
side with Kay now.
We now have a 50-50
Well, you won't
split
let me
again.
go fix the portal, and I don't want to go do it alone.
I mean, granted, I specifically don't want you to fix the portal, but that's because I'm in tune with portal magics, and I don't want someone to fuck that shit up. But I haven't shared that openly, besides the fact that I keep looking for a portal out of this place.
Yeah. Sylvania, I trust in your skills, and you're very, very good at coming to fix dog and whatnot. But we just don't know enough about it to do anything about it, I think, at this point in time.
Oh, that's something you just solve with time.
Yes, but I don't think... Syl, have you... Kay, show her your trap step.
Oh yeah.
Kay
I don't
just
expect the
rips
change.
off his shirt again so you can see the butterfly taint on his backside.
We all have one of these.
Why did you get him to rip off his shirt? I feel like that was unnecessary.
Kay flexes, just like,
Turn around, Kay. Let us see your back, for fuck's sake.
oh, my bad, I'm sorry.
Do you see? I point at the crazy white cracks that are in his back, and I go, "Do you see this? We currently all have it. right
Can I
now.
replace your back, Kay? Wait, we all have it? This isn't
Well,
just
the
you do it
three
from
of
your
us
heart?
have it. I don't know if you have it.
Take off your clothes.
Maybe don't take
No.
off all your clothes. But does anywhere hurt, right? Anywhere kind of ache?
I don't know, DM. Does anywhere kind of ache?
Yes. Just up on the back of your right shoulder, you've got this kind of knot that just doesn't want to go away.
I just slept weird. Nothing out of the normal.
You just slept. Well, you just slept weird.
I kind of did sleep in a random den.
Well, I kind of like pull my shirt down enough to show. Well, I currently have one, and Kay currently has one, and Anna has one on her neck. So, and from our friend here, it gets worse over time. Is what that is correct.
Yeah.
Who is
Yes.
this guy, by the way? I know he showed up at one point and helped me pull a dog out of the hole, but then kind of just left me there.
You were gonna sit there and
Well,
fix some robot dog
it-
thing. I didn't have
In his-
patience, and I didn't want to stand outside for that long in this place.
For now, he's our rescuer, and he's graciously letting us squat in his home,
And we're very thankful for
and
it.
we're very, very thankful for it. And I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name because when you told me it, I was kind of out of it.
Gagrick.
Gogrek, that's his name. I still think going to the Acolytes is probably our best bet, considering that we have this to take care of now. And even though you did a very wonderful job on Kay's arm, I don't feel comfortable with you building me a new torso, if you get my drift. I kind of need my
I
torso.
can build it better, stronger.
I don't-
Upgrades, people.
I don't-
Upgrades.
Want to be the bionic man. We already have a bionic man.
Yeah, I like my role. Like, I'd like to keep my role. Thank you, though.
Anyway, that's my reasoning. The three of us could die. Time is skewy here.
I already agreed you won't let me redo the portal, but I say we go with Kay's idea and go see the little girl. She seems more promising than these murdery types.
On what grounds?
Seems like a crazy dog wizard. Who might not
Yeah.
actually be a wizard. Who might
I tend to get
actually
along
be
with
a...
magical people.
I grab onto Sylvania. She could be an actual demon. Do you want to get within a few feet of an actual demon?
I mean,
Sure,
at
your
this
demon
point,
will
she's.
protect you from a different demon, so it'll be fine.
Well, my
That was really
demon-
loud. I'm like, at this point, Kay interrupts. It's like, yeah, I'm still with Syl on this one, and also, I think it's easier to convince one person than it is to convince a colony of people.
Ugh, I don't like it. I'll be honest. I don't like it at all. I'd rather not deal with anything dark. I'd rather, even if it's a
You're in
group.
the wrong plane of existence.
Not
Yes,
my choice.
that's our point.
Then let's go talk to the crazy magic lady. Crazy magic lady's more likely to get us out of here than crazy murder cult.
Oh no, I feel like crazy
Do
magic
you believe
lady.
that's true? Crazy magic lady is more likely to get us out of here than the
All
acolyte.
right, let's go.
Yes.
Okay, you know what? Let's just do a role play here. I'm a crazy demon child. You
So yourself.
are coming to me. Shut up. You are coming. Shut up, Gogrek. We just met you. You come to me and you want something from me, right?
Uh-huh.
Ask your question. What would you like?
I'd like to get off this plane of existence. What can we do in exchange for that?
Give me your soul,
You could die.
your mind, and your heart. Give everything.
Sorry, my friend here already gave that
I want
to a different demon, so I don't think
everything.
we can do cross-contract things here.
I want it so that you can't fall in love. I want it so that
want
you
people.
can never sleep ever again. I want it so that you
Who's
want
told?
food will never taste good. I want.
Also
Okay,
useful.
so then if that's the case, can we just say no and then walk over to the other people?
Assuming she lets us leave.
But you're also assuming she's a demon lady, like.
I
I
kind
got
yes.
magic
There's the
lady
you're
from
making a lot of assumptions,
Ugh.
Theo.
Like, I'm a magic lady, and I don't have any deals with demons. I can't talk about it on behalf of you, but I.
Yeah,
have
we
never
can't
met
talk
you.
about present company.
I haven't made a deal with the demon. How many times do I have to tell people that?
Says the person that looks oddly, strangely familiar at their chain on their arm whenever something goes horribly wrong.
We'll talk about the chain later.
How about how you know not to use light in
You
this
have
dimension?
a random chain that even I can't get off you. That seems like demon stuff.
It's not demon stuff.
Then what is it? You seem to refuse to
I
explain.
don't actually know. That's why.
Okay, so it's demon stuff, and you don't
Ugh.
know.
Nope, I don't know.
Roderick,
Ah, yes.
what would you do if you were us?
He'd go to the. He'd already told us. He'd go to the old crazy bitch.
See, perfect.
See?
3 out of
Let's
5
go.
votes for
To
the
be fair,
crazy
I don't want to
bitch.
deal with either
Let's
of the
do
guys.
it.
Ugh.
To be fair, I
I feel
don't want
like
to deal with either of them. So, I respect her authority, but she's creepy as hell. At least I find
mean,
her so.
But to
Respects
be fair,
authority.
if he's the one helping us get there, I'd rather get closer to the person that he's creeped out by than the people that want to murder him. Because if we show up with the people that, or with the person they want to murder, they might just want to murder us.
How far will you take us to the Temple of Acolytes?
I'll get you close enough you can see it. Beyond that, it's up to you.
Exactly. What if they see us with him?
Close enough that they could see us is so we could see it is not close enough that they can see us. Essentially,
Unless
I
they
imagine
have
that they're in a
stealth.
giant
Oh.
building.
Yeah, not overly giant, but yeah, it's a hefty fort.
It's a landmark.
But
Oh,
there's
yes.
a whole bunch of them, right? They probably defend that fort, so they're probably they might see that we're with him and they don't like him.
It's a moot point still. I can turn him invisible. They wouldn't see anything.
If you turn him invisible, will that he does that weird shadow walk thing? Like,
That's
are
a
those
good
two things
question.
compatible?
I presume so. It's just an effect on your body. But I could be wrong. Maybe invisibility doesn't work here. The same.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never done invisibility.
I vote the magic lady.
I think we've already split the party on our votes here, guys.
Well, I don't really like arguing with children.
I don't like arguing. I dislike arguing with children even less.
You mean even more?
Even more. Even less.
Which one is it?
It's both.
One of which is more desirable, and one of which is less desirable.
One of
I
them.
mean, you argue with me daily, so therefore you have
Exactly.
practice with arguing with children,
No.
so I guess it's okay.
There's a difference
I
between
thought you were.
arguing.
Jeanette, I swear you told me several times that you were a
I-
grown adult.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am clearly a child. I need adult supervision at all times. Theo can be my case in point. He wanted to put a leash on me earlier. Do
He's
you
a
put
child
leashes
with
on
an
adults?
inconvenience.
Who wanted to put a leash on you? That's
Oh.
Exactly. Would you put a leash on an adult unconsenting?
Sometimes I want to
No.
put it. Sometimes, actually, I probably still would put a leash, even if you were 82.
Confused about your two's relationship. I haven't figured it out.
I haven't figured it out either. And yet, here we are.
I know, Sylvania, you spent several hours giving Theo different theories on the relationship between Theo and Kay. Along the lines of, like, so Theo is the dad, but not dad, but wasn't around, so went back to get Kay so they could be a proper father.
Absentee
make no
father
sense. I
realizes he was
It's
terrible
something else
father.
That made sense, but it isn't making sense.
All right,
So
guys,
what's
we
the
got to
group
make
doing?
a decision. We've been
Mhm.
circling around this topic for a good 36 minutes.
How close are these two individuals in relative distance to each other?
Probably take about a day to get to either of them from here.
And if you go to one location to then go to the other location,
Couple of days.
Perfect
So-
triangle. I saw some spring.
yeah. So, all right then. So they're quite
So
far
one-
away
one-
from
one
each
is,
other.
One is that way, and one is that way.
Yeah. So they're both the opposite
Okay.
ways.
Fine.
I'm again am down for the acolytes on the fact that I don't know if this hag will cure us or use us.
You don't know if the cult will cure us or use us either.
Exactly, but at least
feel
with
like we
them,
can
I know.
overpower
At
one
least with
person
them,
easier than we can overpower a cult.
you think we can. I don't want to put our faith in that. We just had our asses handed to us by a very powerful
I'm not
creature.
saying we can beat the one person. I'm saying it's more likely we can beat one person than an entire cult.
One person with the hounds.
With hounds, with pets. So technically not by themselves.
But
Lady
for
with
the
beasts, acolytes who fight the shadows.
We at least have experience with the dogs.
But again, that dog nearly kicked our ass. We've kind of
Okay,
had our
it
asses
sounds
handed
like
to us
we
the
either
moment.
have our asses handed to us by a cult or asses handed to us by a 9-year-old. I like our chances with the 9.
9. She's like a bajillion years old, but she looks 9, which is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
It's only creepy when you think about it. Just don't think about it. Or you can let us do the talking.
Oh, I like that idea even less.
Or hear me out. We could go to both. You guys can go one way. We can go the other way.
I like that idea even less.
Also, the defense of it all. Some of us have very limited weapon selection.
Actually, if you look in your bags, your weapons have returned to normal size.
What?
I threw my Yoko away, so I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, okay, when you were walking and I said that your bag suddenly had that surge of additional weight, all your weapons have returned to normal size.
Hey! Well, I'm only noticing this now. So I returned to Annah her short bow and her arrow. Because I clearly don't need them anymore. My
Yeah.
point still stands, though.
I agree with you, but we're getting.
Nowhere. I agree. All right then. This is then I propose this. Let's go talk to Ithrael. The moment that
She wants
shit
to trade for
becomes-
something?
the
We
moment
get out?
that it becomes very clear that she is not our friend and not there to help us and is trying to pull one over on us, we get the hell out.
I can agree with
Okay.
this.
And then we say, I told you so for the rest of our lives.
I will do more than I told you so.
Alrighty, so the group is going to deal with the crazy bitch?
We will,
Yeah.
but before we leave, I'm going to want to ask Gogrick if he has advice on surviving or dealing with the area's creatures.
Yeah.
Sure. If you're dealing with another Bodak, which kind of leveled a lot of you, don't look it in the eyes.
Thanks.
The eyes are the window of the soul, as they say, and this one likes to rip it out of you.
I noticed.
If you're dealing with the hounds, they predominantly enjoy pack fighting. Alpha and its kin following. Take out the alpha, the kin are more likely to scatter. That being said, they're also they're smart. They're smarter than you'd expect. So the one that you initially think, oh, certainly the alpha, may not be. If you see any of the big ogres, you'd better hope you can take a hit, because those things hit like a bus.
So run away.
What's a bus?
It's basically you have a large, I can't even remember what they're called, bullywogs? A big, hefty hauler type thing. Strap a long wagon onto that, so a whole bunch of people can climb into the wagon and they go around the city.
Form of community transport.
More or less, it's just they shit more. If you end up dealing with any of the night howlers, they have they affect light and dim it quite a bit. They don't like the light. They are very. They will do what they can to take your light and leave with it.
Got it.
So if you can keep generating light, they'll chase them off. But you'll also draw on other things. So pick and choose when. Well, if you end up dealing with the shadows, don't let them touch you. Those they like to tear deep into your heart. And if you see any of those owl bat things, key pines, I think they're called. Kill them fast. Key pines.
Key pines.
Kill them fast. They tend to bring others.
Or dig a hole.
Okay. Any tips for surviving the night in case we need to sleep outside?
Don't be seen.
Okay.
Open areas, which is most of the Shadowlands, not your friend. Because judging by the disoriented travel you've had, you can't see very well here, can you?
Nope.
Yeah, most of the denizens who reside here can.
Do you
Figured
know
that
a way
out.
for us to see through the fog? Or does that just come with time?
Comes with time, comes with taint.
Okay. Alright, thank you for the advice. It's very helpful. Oh, I have a DM question.
Okay.
Is my magical rope still magical, but the one that got cut, or is it no longer magical because it's cut?
It's still magical. Both ends are magical.
Sweet. Okay, thank you.
Yep, both pieces of that rope are still magical.
Side question. Perfect.
Okay, so what are people doing?
I guess waiting until Gagric decides to take us halfway to to Crazy Bitch.
Okay, so you're going to the crazy bitch. Okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of rest up, get yourselves as much as you can. As soon as we hit daylight, we'll be leaving.
I'll take a long rest for the damage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'd have already gotten a long rest.
Oh, okay. Since my muzzle shock.
Oh no, never mind. You wouldn't have had a long rest since then. You'd only be able to have a short rest, considering it hasn't been like a full day since you had another long rest. But you could do a short
But
rest.
you turned out of Panther, so you should have removed that damage. But
Oh yeah,
by
if you
doing
left,
that.
yeah, if you left Panther form, then
Right.
you'd be that damage doesn't roll over to Annah. So
Keep
But you can
going.
still take You can still take a rest to regain that spell slot.
some classes gain back spell slots on a short rest, not all.
Yeah.
The Warlock.
And
as
some
in
spells.
only yours.
Yeah. Well, a wizard can do it if they've got certain feats. Anyways, so you kick back and kind of rest up for a little while, and as outside gets lighter, Gagric kind of like, all right, time to head out, and he kind of quickly leads everyone outside, and all right, this way, and he leads you along through the Shadowlands, like the as you're going, like the trees get more dense, and you're actually seeing some that actually seem to have some semblance of life on them. And you hit one point where the trees actually seem to be alive. They have leaves, although blacks and grays. And other various plant life is available, like is growing on the ground as well. There's some shrubs, some flowers, stuff like that. You progress through, and you end up. It takes the majority of the light time, and when you arrive at the top of this. Oh, what should we call it? Like, you arrive at the top of this valley, and he points down. It's like, well, that's it down there, and I'm not going any closer. And looking down at the valley, you can see a small castle. Obsidian walls forming a distinct shape in the darkness. There's towers in each corner of the wall, gnarled cone-like roofs atop them. There's a courtyard between like the outer castle wall and this like inner keep and like the main manor. And the manor itself is stone. There's several windows that look out into the courtyard. Triangular roof on top. And there looks like there's several wings to this building.
Oh yes, this doesn't scream creepy or I'm not a villain at all.
And Gakris
Says
is like,
the person who wanted to go to the place full of creepy monks.
We don't know that they were creepy.
but as Gakris is like, well, at this point, it's up to you.
Thank you for your help and for putting up with us and
Sure.
helping us, live. Thanks for helping us live.
You're welcome. Try not to die.
Yes, and to you as well. Live long and prosper.
Maybe. There's not a whole lot of prospering for me to do out here.
No, that's right.
May your
Did any
life
of my
be
candy
long and your...
survive?
What did you say, Anna?
Did any of my candy survive? I'd like to offer him some in thanks from the fair.
Yeah, you've most of your candy because you've fallen in the water and into muck, but you find one that's still like nice and tightly wrapped, and
I'm gonna offer it to him and say, "Thank you for saving us. Here's some candy."
he takes it, looks at it kind of odd, and pulls off the wrapper, tosses it in, just. It's been a while since I've had sweets. And looking at him, you watch as you see his eyes like flicker for a moment, and then his body just kind of fades into the shadows.
Yeah. All right.
So looking down at the valley, you can see the keep, and probably take you another little bit to get down to the base, but
Well, let's go meet a crazy person.
so as you approach the courtyard, there you can see a large front gate, blackened metal with sharp spiked bars at the top. Looking through the gate within the courtyard, you can see several of the shadow mastiffs laying around, similar to the ones you had been attacked by before. Their heads kind of perk up and they look to you as you approach the gate, but they make no indication of moving, like no attempt to move towards the gate. The gate is currently closed.
It's wrought iron.
Yeah, it's heavy black metal iron bars.
Yeah.
Is there any form of mechanism, like a bell, like a literal bell, or just a thing to just announce presence, like, "Yo, there are people at the doors," sort of idealio?
Currently, no.
Currently, no.
No, like looking around, like you can't see anything of that sort. There is a latch that's like slung over on the gate, holding it closed, but nothing to announce your presence.
Fair enough.
Anna, you were touching the gate.
It's gonna touch the gate. See if it is it shocky.
You touch the gate and nothing. It's cold at the touch.
Okay. Well, maybe she'll sense my presence.
Ugh. Hopefully these mastiffs don't attack us, and I'm going to try and push the gate open.
So you unlatch the gate and you push it open, and it slides open easily enough. It gives that low, metally whine as it as it slides along, but the door opens so easily enough. And are you approaching the main manor, or are you just standing at the gate?
Gonna put my foot in tentatively. Watch the dogs. Are they?
They're watching
just
you,
laying-
but they're laying there. They're watching you, but they have made no movement.
I'm gonna stay on the path to the door. I'm gonna
Okay.
stay on the path to the door.
Is everyone else following? Is Theo going at this alone? What's going on?
Oh, I'm absolutely following.
I'll follow, but I want to talk to one of the dogs as we pass them.
Okay. Sylvania, what are you doing?
I'll follow.
Okay. So you all start walking along. The dogs, once again, they're laying there. They're watching you as you're walking along the path, but they make no attempt to get up or engage with you. Anna, you turn to one of the dogs and are you speaking verbally? Are you trying to speak telepathically? What are you doing?
I guess verbally. They're smart enough, from what I've heard.
And what are you saying?
Just want to say, any interest in letting your master know we're here, and we mean you all no harm.
The dog doesn't respond. It just kind of stares at you.
All right.
Please don't eat us.
I know you understand me. They said you were smart.
So as you reach the large manor, the wooden manor door, there's a door knocker in the shape of a lion's head. It kind of shifts and looks down. You can hear the faint growl as it kind of shifts the knocker around in its mouth. But the door knocker is moving, and it's looking at you.
Hello, we're here to see the master of the house.
It just kind of shifts the knocker around its mouth, but doesn't say anything.
Can you let her know that there are people here to see her?
Kind of looking from person to person. Still no response.
I guess I'll take the knocker and I will knock.
So you knock, and as you knock on the door, it echoes around you. And after a few moments, the door slowly creaks open. And that's where we're going to end next session.
I was just going to say, I hate all of this.
Seems fine. Seems perfectly normal. We haven't done anything this sketchy yet.
I hate all of this. I'm going to send you kitty glares.
The
See that glare?
Cat's not glaring at me. She's
Yeah,
just
she
staring
is.
at me.
You see that? That's a cat glare right
Cat's
there.
like, I'm
That
getting
is,
attention. This is fine.
That's
You
not.
can't see, but she's flicking her tail. That's a cat glare right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Sure.
Sending you kitty glares. So. Well, we're in a spooky haunted house now.
That could be worse.
That's true. I didn't die.
You didn't
could've
die.
died.
You could have died.
I didn't
You were
die.
very close to
Could
dying.
have died. It was very
Sylvania
close to
saved
dying.
your ass.
Sylvania saved my ass.
I love that
yeah.
spell.
sanctuary. Yeah.
Yup, that definitely saved Theo's ass.
Yeah, it did save my ass.
Yeah, we
I
were
was
about
like, yeah, I'm gonna die.
we were about that close to losing Theo.
Yeah, pretty close to losing me.
Oh, I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah, Kay would have absolutely started shifting towards evil. It's like Mom left and Dad died. Well, shit.
Oh shit. Yeah. Dad didn't want to die. Just shit happens.
Yup.
Do
Yeah.
elves just want to die? Just casually? Just like, I lived for hundreds of years, but you know what?
I think-
Today I've just decided, snap, bye.
I think when they're like 900, yeah. Eventually they're like, yeah, you know what? I think I'm good. Seen a couple
The
notes.
lore, like Theioryn, really old elves actually celebrate the approach of death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that being said, have yourselves a great night. We are out. We will. Some of us will be back next week for Mel's campaign, where Mel gets to continue dealing with Narok shenanigans. And good old Father Farmer.
Father Farmer Gowan.
Father Farmer.
Mistakes were made. By me.
Yeah, Mel had an NPC list, and there was a father in the town,
Yeah.
and then there was the farmer, and Mel called it the farmer Father Gowan. I was like, oh, he's a father. It's like, oh, no, farmer. So he's Father Farmer. We just latched onto that.
Father Farmer.
So now we have Father Farmer Gowan, a leader of a very minimalistic cult that dances naked under the moonlight, covered in blood on a full moon.
You'd
That's
be
his name.
surprised how easy it is for people to go into the weeds.
Yeah, Mel's
I
learning that
would
very
be-
quickly.
But also, it would seem darkness is taking my hand. So,
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, have a good night, all.
Get out of shadow plane, Nathan.
Bye.
what if I don't wanna?
Too bad.
Bye.